That's me dilly-dallying and not...
He said nearly in a Lady Baxley voice.
But yes, hello. I need to get her ready, to be fair.
What was that? That's a grey. But it's a dark grey.
Export as a JPEG. Hello everybody in the various chats and on the various screens. We welcome you to an extra session of Call of Cthulhu on a different day, because we've got a busy month. More precisely, I've got a busy month, and
We've got no Borkvard.
We have no Borkvard at the moment. He might be joining us later. Hopefully he will be.
Because use camera gone weird for anyone else?
Oh,
No, I just look like that. I know it's quite hard to look at. But...
Sometimes it kind of flickers.
I think that's
bit.
with images changing on the screen.
Yeah, your light
It
is changing, and so the camera's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be focusing on.
Cheap 20
Hello,
quid.
Jay.
Cheap 20 quid webcam from a Amazon. Not very good.
Nothing wrong with that. This one's 25.
Well, evidently there is something wrong with it because I should have spent an extra £5 then.
Yes, you should have. Rev Moogle is opening her pub today, and it's called the Welcome to the Runaway Werewolf.
Nice one. I'll take a vodka.
Okay, Red Moogle, we've got one vodka. Midge?
Whiskey.
Paro Chameleon would like a whiskey.
I will have a gin and tonic and then 2 silver bullets.
Gin and tonic with 2 silver bullets. Kazoo?
Well, vodka
Right,
and Coke.
it's all up. It's all up.
Vodka and
now.
Coke.
I can get ready.
Old Faithful.
Right, folks. Hello. I am ready. Let's do that. Oh no, I need to get Rival Stream up. No, Rival Zone Gaming. I like to read Rival's chat because Red Moogle gets very into these tabletop streams and like essentially shouts at us over the internet. So
quick thing, Rival. You said you're playing Call of Cthulhu the video game.
Yeah, I know. It's the first thing that came up. Just leave me alone.
I mean, I'm playing it tomorrow, so I can't judge.
Apparently, chat is
Early
disabled
plug,
for
get
this
that in
live
there.
stream.
Apparently, no one can hear me.
No, I can hear you.
Oh, that's the
No,
it's on the
Oh, there.
stream, no one can hear
Oh,
me.
that's
I
a
can't
problem.
figure out why.
Damn it, my plug didn't work.
The important people can't hear him.
The important people. Yeah, everything else is fine. It's Midge. It's because he's changed all the settings and everything. It's just not fair.
Sorry, what? What have I done?
You've screwed us up, man. You screwed us up. Hang on.
Fuck's it.
So you've got technical difficulties. Okay, give me a moment.
Don't worry, I got this figured. I've just figured out what it is.
Huzzah!
This is how awesome I am. I figure things out on the fly. You should be able to hear me now.
That's why he's the ace pilot.
That's why I am the ace pilot.
Right.
Well, he crashed once.
So,
We
if
know
that is the case, I'll wait till we've got a confirmation on sound. But then we'll go.
There you go. She's happy. She's happy now.
Cool. Okay.
Good.
So,
What did everyone want to drink?
Huh?
What did everyone want?
All right. Mitch wanted the gin and tonic with 2 silver bullets. Parachameleon wanted a whiskey. Now, I think I asked Kazoo, and then we had
Vodka
no
and
sound
Coke.
issue.
No, the
Vodka
most,
and Coke.
as basic an alcohol drink as you can get.
Right, as much alcohol in there as you can get. Muzz?
Just straight vodka.
yeah, you
Just straight vodka for Buzz. Soapy?
Hello. I don't know. Anything.
Beer for Snopey. And
Snopey?
I will have a six-pack.
Snoopy.
It's just like you see Soapy's
yes, I call him
face
Snopey,
more.
okay?
You see
I screwed up. I was
you
gonna
see
say Snoopy
Soapy's.
and Soapy, and I got it together,
Yep.
and it's Snopey.
So
Your
you
name is
ju-
now Snopey.
So you just see Soapy's face morph into the shape of Snoopy, but keep
yeah,
the
no, that's
meat
not
shell of
scary.
Soapy.
We have to roll for sanity now.
Yeah.
You're giving
Wait, no,
them
we're not there.
ideas
First
about-
sand check of the night.
Thing all along.
all right, folks. Let's get this started. So, last week on The Curse of St. Craythorne, the Kingfisher Files, the investigators made some headway into discovering what on earth was up with Hartwell? And it seems that Lord Forrest Hartwell's invisibility is due to a magical spell that has been cast on his body, or that's the explanation given.
Why do you cast out in our minds always?
Because that's my job. Lady Bexley, as well as a certain deer-headed friend, managed to suss out the root of the problem and also provide the group a way of at least seeing Hartwell, even if the wider world could not. Visions of what the wider world could not see also befell on a number of other members of our party. Bobby Quirk was entrusted with a gift by our dear-headed friend, and now has what is known as the Mark of Her. But how he will use it will be up to him. Also, our Norwegian friend, Mr. Borkvard Gunderson, he made an inaccurate deduction and found himself gifted with a curse where he could only see otherworldly aspects within our own and lost all sight of the mortal realm. The things he saw took him far further than many other people had of anything they'd experienced while they'd been in St. Craythorne. And we finished the session with Borgvard running in terror out of Bexley Hall, while Lord Bexley and a number of members of the party decided to go hunt down the creature, along with some of the townsfolk that may or may not be affiliated with the Order of the Lady, of the Red Lady, and the others were going to stay behind in the relative safety and do some paperwork or research.
Paperwork.
I couldn't think of the term. I do apologise. It came to me right
Very
after.
important administration work.
We've got.
Just gonna start doing taxes. Just start doing taxes.
So, first up, those of you going on the hunt, shall we say, where would you like to start your search? Is there a particular area of the
down
town?
At the end of the driveway to Bexley Hall.
Yeah, let's start there.
It went to the right as you're coming down the drive. So
Okay, are
yeah.
you just going down there? Are you taking the car down there and then investigating, or are you walking all the way down and having someone?
We're taking the car.
We're taking the car.
Okay, no worries. So
I've pushed us at the window. Well, there's no windows, but you know.
you're all in one car as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Bexley is in the back.
Okay.
Hartwell, you said you're in the front seat.
Yep.
And obviously, Byron, you are driving, and then Willem, you are also in the back, correct?
Yep.
Correct. Okay. So that's the driving order, shall we say. The others of you who are staying at home, Mr. Quirk and Artemis, as well as Lady Bexley and the good old head butler with his Lewis gun pointed at the front door. What would you like to do? Because this is all going to be somewhat happening simultaneously. Where would you like to start your research?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to go and loot the jacket that Lord Bexley dropped.
Okay, so you're going for the jacket. Quirk, what are you doing?
Staying with his future wife.
I'm gonna go. Was Lady Bexley doing stuff with the windows? I'll just go.
Yes, she is.
I'll go watch her for a little bit.
Okay.
See what she's doing.
No worries. So, car group.
He's already looking at other women.
Other married women.
Car group. You progress down to the bottom of the drive. And you are at what is essentially the front entrance to Bexley's estate. What you can see right off the bat, let me just quickly check something of you all. Which of you have a at least 50 points in spot hidden? Any of you?
Oh, hang on. I think I do.
Not me.
Because I'm trying to
I
use
do.
this as almost a passive perception.
Mhm.
Hang on, I
Yeah, I
just
think
want
me
to move
and-
that.
I think me and Hartwell.
Yeah, I have 50 points.
Okay, you have at least
75, but
yeah, at least
More than
50
50.
points is all I
Yeah.
needed to. And Theodore Bexley, what's he got? Spot hidden. Spot. No, he doesn't. Okay. So, Byron and Hartwell in the front, from the front seat. As soon as you pull up, you notice that there is. It looks about 20 meters down. It's relatively hard to see because of the darkness, but about 20 to 25 meters down along the wall, the top paving, like the top slabs to the wall, have kind of been knocked through onto the other side of the road.
so like onto the Bexley estate.
So, from the Bexley estate, the bricks have been pushed into the roadway. Like
Okay.
something has hopped over.
Right. Hmm. And across the road, basically, just straight across into the hedge. Then.
You can't tell from here. You just know that something's come from the estate out of it.
Right.
Or from the
Yeah.
estate in. I thought
No,
you
no,
said it
no.
went
Outward.
into the estate.
Outward.
Outward.
No, out. That's what I
Out.
asked. Hmm.
Well, we can either drive down or I can go and have a look.
Yes, perhaps have a look.
Okay, I'm on my way.
I'm gonna get my gun ready.
Okay.
You know.
Same.
I've got the
Do we have
Enfield.
do we have wind?
Bandolier
Do we have the
ammo.
roof down, or is the top still up?
Don't know if it's convertible. I don't think
Not
it is.
convertible.
No, I don't think they exist yet. I feel
Ah.
the roof. I don't think the roof is mobile, but I don't think there's side bits.
Convertible
Okay, so-
convertibles exist, but they're very, very uncommon. They're
And
like,
this isn't one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty much only in America at this point.
So does this
Okay.
have like a side step on the car as well?
This is the sports model now.
No.
Oh, shame. Otherwise, I could have 1920 it with.
You're putting a lot of faith in my driving ability there.
That's better than Hartwell's.
Low bar.
True.
Yes.
Sorry, we're getting connection problems. I'm just gonna have to shut down and come back maybe in a couple of hours.
But yeah. Actually, while he's like going out and looking, I'm also just gonna get
Oh, I've
out.
changed my mind. I'm getting back in the car. Sod you.
No. Alright. But yeah, I am gonna get out and just revolver ready. Just
Okay.
just have a quick scan of the.
While I go down to where the bricks have been pushed over to see
Okay.
if there's anything like.
Give me.
Can I roll a spot hidden for the direct surroundings, for footprints and all that?
You can. Are you getting out the car to do it or not?
Yes.
Okay, you're getting out the car to have a look at the surroundings, and Hartwell, you're going to go have a look at the thing. Both of you give me a spot hidden, please. While
I'm also
try to-
getting out to have a quick scan of the
Ooh, a hard
almost
one.
like hanging out the not quite. Yeah, I'll just.
Okay. So,
my-
Hartwell, what you see from the wall is, again, it looks like something has hit the top of this wall with quite force, quite a lot of force, and
Yeah.
you don't. Either something was running and hit it, or something was chasing and hit it. But there's definitely signs of something has gone through here and hit this at force, and then. Is what you try to follow the path. It doesn't look like it goes into the fields or the bogs across. It looks like it must have kept on the road for some way, because there isn't a disturbance in the hedge across.
Is there any kind of disturbance on the sides of the road where it's kind of gained traction to move in any particular direction?
There's a slight skid mark, but it stops at the road layers.
Does it seem to?
say which way they went?
You can't quite tell, I don't think.
Right. Okay.
But what you would say is that this side of the gate is the side of the estate that would be closer towards town. Because if a creature had gone, say, the other way, it could have just gone out of the front entrance.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything I see specifically?
Specifically, you see nothing much really. What you do notice is that with a hard, do you notice that? I'm going to say you do. In the far distance on the bogs, you see a small light for a moment.
From the
Just-
box.
Yeah, just a little flash.
I'm seeing some lights in the box, guys.
Sustained or?
Just like a flash, like something or someone was, I don't know, maybe a candle, maybe a torch.
Could you guess how far out or?
Can I?
It's
I
dark,
think so.
so
I mean,
depth perception is not great, but it's a ways away. What you can assume.
Not
Theo, do you
clearly,
know
no.
do you know the fastest way to get into the bogs from here?
Well, it depends.
quite
If you're
fresh in the car.
talking about the car, well, it would probably be Farmer Hutchins has an entrance path to one of his fields that goes right out to the edge of the bogs, but we wouldn't be able to get the car itself into the bogs very easily. It's not
No,
roaded.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
I'm trying to find the page on the creature.
Well, technically, I was getting out of the box, but still.
I'm more in real life trying to get into.
I think it's in this book. Was it not in this book that I printed? If it's not in this book that I've printed,
Oh, well, area.
Try it with a tractor. That usually works.
Yeah, I had a little Toyota Yaris. Like,
So what are you doing, gentlemen, with the information that you've been...
do you want to stick with the car or?
For now, I think we need to find that creature. And if it's moving towards the town, it might endanger more than just what we see.
I don't think it's in this book that I printed.
So we want to head towards town at speed.
Safe speed, yes?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you guys begin
Okay.
moving towards...
Okay.
the
Hold
town.
on to something, and I am going at speed.
At speed. Okay.
At speed.
We'll come back to that, however. So,
Possibly at a safe speed.
Artemis, you are currently looking for Theodore's jacket, are you not?
Yes, I am.
It is currently hung by the door in completely and utterly direct light of the butler.
For
It's...
fuck's sake. Okay.
But he did say he was getting it for you, so...
Okay, what? Okay, now here's the thing. Here's a fun little... What? Here is... Okay. I'm like, is this a I need to be sneaky situation? Or is this a I can probably get away with it because we're in the sort of, you know, people know that we need to know things right now.
I played a letter card, but I'm not there.
You are not.
No, you're not.
I'm currently doing it around the fields of southern England.
Okay. He'd come back, but I didn't necessarily know that he had it on him because he came back to a commotion, right?
Correct.
Okay, oh god, what's the butler's name?
Clifton.
Clifton, of course it is. I need to get my list of names up. Clifton, I don't suppose you'd know what this blueprint is.
Ah, are you talking about the map?
Possibly, yes. I'll get mine out and I'll be like,
Yes. If the master was going to give you the information on that, well, I think they keep a copy of it. I think he keeps a copy of it in his. Will it be... Oh, yes, it would be in the art room. Did he already possibly go and get it for you?
well, that's what he left to do. I'm not entirely sure if he came back before he'd managed.
So there's a possibility he took it with him as well. Right,
He left his jacket here.
It would not be my decision for you to go through it. I would ask Lady Bexley, but then again, I'm sure she would be fine with it.
Is she around?
She is in the far end of the main hall of Bexley Hall currently,
Oh my
doing
god,
something
it's
to the
like
windows.
a mile long.
It is.
You can shout, you know.
That would not be ladylike.
But, I mean, this is relative time of crisis. There is a butler with a Lewis gun pointed pointed at the door.
I mean, which does not stand procedure.
I might even call her by your first name.
Okay. Artemis has a little internal crises about this whole yelling thing.
No problem. I'm gonna have to open up the trove.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just pat it down. Like, I'm gonna not go in the pockets, but I'm like gonna pat them to see if
Okay.
I can feel anything in them.
I'm not sure what kind of a check that would be. I guess
I
a
think,
spot.
can we not just
It's-
assume that I would... Does it have to be a roll? Like, I'm touching a jacket. It would be obvious if there was something in the pocket.
Oh, maybe, maybe not. Just give me a straight up intelligence roll
Okay, I'm pretty
to work
clever.
out what like different. Yeah, you feel that there is a number of things in the pocket. You can feel like something that you can sort of assume is a wallet, or something of that nature. You also
Ka-ching.
feel what seems to be like a leather compartment, possibly for concealing something. And there seems to be a number of papers in the pocket.
Okay. That's more to rifle through than I maybe considered.
Polite.
Yeah, exactly. If it was just like, oh, there's a piece of paper in there, I'll grab that. But this is several items.
Someone's jacket that they've just come in from a business trip wearing, you know. There's a number of
Okay.
things.
Is Lady Bexley like in any way facing me? Would I be able to get her attention without maybe?
I mean, Bobby's
Yelling?
also there. No, without yelling, Bobby, where are you looking right now? Like, do you see Artemis?
Well,
This was like an
Can I-
interrogation.
can I change what I was doing? Sorry, I had a better idea because I have a rifle now. I'd quite like to unload the rifle and take it apart.
Okay, of course you can. You could be sat in at one of the dinner at one of
Fiddling about
the
with the rifle.
Okay, yeah, you can be taking apart the Lee Enfield SMLE Mark IV on the Mark III on one of the coffee tables. Of course, yeah, that's totally fine.
Just
What's
jumps in
this
through the
here
windows
for?
like, ah! Oh, shit.
I forgot the firing pin.
Just pull the trigger and it all just falls apart into pieces.
Why?
So that one screw is actually important.
Why would you take it apart?
Yeah.
He has no idea how long it's been sat in there just getting dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's cleaning it.
He'd know how to take it apart.
okay.
He would have been told how to take it apart, so that's no thing. But yeah, you're probably in between Artemis and Lady Bexley right now. So if Artemis is probably far more coherent for you to be able to get a hold of Bobby than it is Lady Bexley. But either's fine if you wanted to shout.
Okay, but I mean, like, if I were to, do a little.
Yeah, so I've glanced up.
Yeah, Bobby's seen you.
I can see. So I'm.
I might like point at Lady Bexley, so I'll be like, "Hi, can you just?"
I give you a knowing nod and go over to her. Hello.
Oh yes, hello.
I believe Miss Sheffield is after you.
This is so-
She-
Like, I'm just not wanting to walk
looks-
across the
she-
hall. I've
She
sent
looks
you.
over and goes, "Yes, Artemis, what is it?"
Oh, well, I think your husband was collecting a map for me. I was wondering if I could look for it in his jacket.
I'm sure that's fine. Just go ahead. And she goes back to doing the really important thing of putting some sort of ward on all of the windows.
Oh, right, there you go. Okay, I'd like to rifle through his jacket, please.
Okay. So
Give me that content.
So you find a number of papers, including. So you find a bundle of papers with another paper on top. The bundle of papers seems to be letters and other bits and bobs wrapped up, and that seems to have a seal on it. You also find this loose, very large bit of folded paper. If you're are you going through the other pockets where his like wallet and stuff is? Okay.
Yep.
You find his wallet with
In fact,
a
I'm
number
gonna
of.
take the jacket like over to a seat, like a sofa or something.
You find a
and
number of. You find a wallet with a number of banker's checks in it. There's a photo of Lady Bexley inside, as well as a photo of a gentleman you don't recognise. There is what seems to be a what are they called? Snuff box in there as well, and there is also inside the concealed leather area a Derringer pistol.
A what now?
Derringer.
Derringer.
It's a very small gun.
It's a gun
Okay.
that's about the size of that. They're like tiny, sort of.
Okay, little hand pistol, like
Yeah.
a little water gun. Okay. Okay. I love that you've immediately told me the contents of his wallet as if I've opened that and gone through it. So that yes, I have. Can I have a look at the back of this photo of the man that I don't recognize? Is there anything written on there?
Yes, there is the initial, or what you can assume are initials, because it's him and this man.
Okay.
So it's got his initials.
Wait.
So it's got Lord Bexley's initials. So it has TB and
That's just sickly tuberculosis. I knew it.
GB.
GB.
Back then, it was still called TBC, by the way.
No.
Do they look similar at all?
To be confirmed.
No.
Is that they? Okay.
They don't.
It's not Joris Bonson, is it?
Would you like a...
Oh, he's the big bad. Oh no.
Oh no.
Would you like a description of this man?
I would love a description of this man if you would give me one.
So he is he has very like slick black hair, and very kind of a very gaunt face about him. He's got one of those very, very thin moustaches, and it's kind of he's got a bit of a what's the dad in the Addams Family? The older what's the oh my god, what's his name? Adams.
Gomez?
Yeah, Gomez. He's got a very Gomez Adams look about him.
Okay.
Very, although his suit is plain, it's very well made. And yeah, anything else you'd have to look further. If that makes sense. Like that's what you get at a first glance.
Well, how old does the picture look? Because obviously photographs are still sort of...
It's a relatively recent photo.
Okay. How old is the man?
Similar age to Lord Bexley.
Oh,
Where?
gotta get my notes down. Okay. I would like to commit this photo to memory as much as possible.
Okay.
I wanna, like, you know, when you kind of look at someone's face enough that you're like, I'm pretty sure if I saw him again, I would remember that I'd seen him before.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's easily done.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just and then I'll put the wallet back 'cause I don't need that. And I guess I don't really need the letters because they're sealed, and I'd like to maybe not make it like I'd been rifling through this as much as I have. And then I would like to look at the large folded up piece of paper, please.
So the large folded up paper you relatively recognize. So I'm going to bring this over for everyone, just for everyone's posterity.
Yes,
Um,
please.
Here we all are. So as you'll notice, it's a copy of the Undercroft, but with some added rooms.
Let
You
me
notice
open up my-
a large difference in the fact that there seems to be an extra room set
Something of Our
behind
Lady.
set behind two rooms which before were just had walls in place. And for reference, I will show everyone else the original. I will edit that and show it to everyone. There we are. In your handouts, you will find the original blueprints of the Undercroft that she found. They are Fox.
Aha.
And I will show this to those watching as well. No, it won't fit on the screen for those watching, so you'll just have to... I will say it is a rudimentary map of the Undercroft of St. Craythorne. And this extra map that's been found has a room entitled The Sanctum of Our Lady on it.
2 rooms, technically, but yeah.
There's one room labelled.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing I said there was false. So, Bobby, you're taking apart the rifle. Are you particularly doing it for any other reason than just the standard military taking it apart, or are you taking it apart?
Oh, I was just wanting to see how it worked.
Okay, so you're taking it apart.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Give me a relative check to what kind of... Offer me some skills that you have to take this thing apart.
Mechanical repair.
Yeah, that one will do.
Here's where I fail. Oh, I didn't.
Nope, mechanical. You've taken this apart, and you
just
also
shoots
you've done it.
I was very careful to unload it before I took it apart.
It wasn't loaded at first. You had the ammunition to load it, but you've taken it apart and you've set all the pieces out, and you also think you could put it back together should you need to. In the meantime, gentlemen's in the car. You are heading towards town, yes?
At speed.
At speed. Give me a drive. Drive auto, please, Mr. Driver.
He's got roll
Sorry, what was that about my driving?
Yeah, I think you made some.
I can't remember.
big
What were you
crap.
guys saying about my driving?
Okay, so that is a
My driving was
fumble.
terrible, I believe.
That's really not.
I think I need to
good.
burn all my dice.
No. I want to understand exactly what you were saying about my driving. The two of you, right now, what were you saying about my driving?
I didn't say it out loud.
So, Byron turns to the
Oh,
group
that's
and says,
some
"Well, hold on, lads," and you're going for about 5 minutes down the road, and there's a slight bend in the road coming up where there's a blind spot catches you, and out from the farms to the left darts a deer, and it clips the front of the car. Give me another drive auto. Why does that say roll? Why do they say roll?
Whoa.
Drive auto
For
roll.
fuck's sake.
And that's
I've
a
had
fail.
such shit luck today.
So this deer
The car might roll.
hits the very front of the car, and the car... Well, if you've ever seen a car hit a deer, it's not very pleasant because about as much damage happens to the deer as it does the car. The car
doesn't have crumple zones or anything, so
This is
the
going
box of metal.
This is going to be relatively dangerous here, folks. This car swerves after hitting the deer. The deer actually hits the bonnet and rolls over it, and you just hear this, like not the sort of the you know the honk a deer makes, like if it's like that sort of in pain
Is
noise.
it a goose?
Yeah, that sounds more like a goose.
No, listen to deer. They make like a honk noise. It's the easiest way to describe it. And
They make like a moo.
no, they go. "Meow." There's like a "meow" sort of noise.
You mean the burling?
that whatever. And the front of the car just crumples under the size of this deer. Luckily, it wasn't like a stag, which you think if you'd hit, like, say, a bigger deer, you'd probably be dead right now. But the car spins out and goes into, and it then clips a slight bit of the wall towards the corner of Bexley Estate, and then bounces back off and spins into the front of the road. I need everyone in the car to make either a con, strength, or dex roll. I will let or
drive auto. Really glad that was worth it.
Oh, no, not con, sorry, size, strength, or dex roll to try and with whichever one you're using, try and explain to me how you're bracing to not take the full force of this impact.
Well, in that case, I would have liked to roll my size, basically, because I'm already stuck somewhat.
Okay.
But I rolled a strength, but basically trying to hold on is for dear life.
Yep.
I had to do it.
Trying to brace myself against the ceiling.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, and I need to hold on.
Do a backflip in the front. No. Just try and like not tense up so that I don't, and try and like sort of push myself to a point where I'm not, slamming up against it.
Sorry, is it green dice, isn't it?
Green die, yeah. Oh, Jesus, he's quick.
Theodore Bexley, I tell you, he has got such amazing stats.
I feel so happy for him right now.
However, Hartwell, you were in the front of the car, and the deer just happened to hit your side of the vehicle. Everyone else managed to shake it and then take a little bit of a brunt from the hit onto the wall, but the deer's actual body rolled up the windscreen and kind of was too close to you for you to not take any of the impact. What is the... I need to quickly look in the...
I think I'm dead, guys.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you don't have a lot of health left.
He doesn't, and I've got to look up what kind of damage a car does. And then divide that down, because obviously it's a deer rather than a car, but...
Unless I like retroactively spend 13 points of luck.
Wouldn't avoid the fumble.
I mean, yeah, but it would have avoided the failed drive, so I would have, not span into a wall.
You might not have spun into the wall, but he was still hit
But
by
you're still
the
at the
deer. Yeah.
Oh,
So there was
good
gonna
to
be-
see this, games. They're still out for my blood.
Well, I think it's less your blood right now than someone else's. So,
He still tries to kill us. Oh, that's good.
swear there's stats for vehicle damage in this.
This is why I stayed safely at home so I could rifle through his property.
I just want answers.
I want to roll something that isn't an 100 for once. That'd be nice. Is that okay?
I mean, fine with me, but the game.
I think roll 20 is starting to take my
Okay,
repeated
table on
visits
vehicular collisions.
Oh, God. There's an actual table.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a table. Hang on.
So
That's fine,
hitting a
just so I
cow
can-
or a large deer is 1d6 damage to the car plus thing. Okay. I think
How
you're gonna
much
be. I
hit
think.
points
I
my
think
car has then?
How much hit points does your car have?
Let me find out. I know
that's
it's a
gonna-
table. I know it's a good, well-made car, so I know it's a pretty decent amount, but
I wasn't
Huh.
aware that vehicles also had a hit point, so I actually have
they
to
do.
find
They have
out about
stats.
my bike as well.
Yes, you do.
Hang on.
Hmm.
Where is it?
I need some polyhedrals.
I know it's a car sport, but
Yeah.
so it's you know.
And you
Well,
said
decent.
you were going fast, correct?
I was going reasonably quick. Yes.
How fast in miles per hour would you say?
I had to look up the top speed of a.
90.
I was gonna say, how fast can these things go?
90.
Not very.
90. Is your top-
90.
Yeah.
Not that fast, you know. Slightly too quick for British, like you know.
60?
Like so. Not 60. Fucking hell, not that fast. That's. If they're on the kind of roads I think are on, then I would have like just like pinged off into the distance. I'd say like 40.
Okay, 40.
40, 35, 40, that kind of neck of the woods. Now I'm looking at modern Rolls Royce, and that's no.
Okay. All right. So, the car takes six points of damage.
I think it's alive.
And Hartwell, you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God I didn't
That was
like you know.
that was a lot of looking at tables to work this out. But thank you, thank you, Chaosium, for actually putting in a section on about vehicle ranks.
And fuck
I'd
you.
like to point
120.
out, I am down to 1/4 of my entire health.
Thank God it was through a lot of minor injuries then.
Yeah,
Minor
otherwise
injuries, I went through a bloody tombstone!
Well, thank God that you're stronger than
I-
Tombstone.
in game senses, you're lucky that you went down by a lot of minor injuries. Otherwise, right now you'd be receiving permanent damage, is what I
Yes, I
think
know.
is, which is bloody hell. You'd
Worse.
I know I've got
And I
more.
still
I know
haven't
my
got a
car-
word
Oh my
of concern
god,
out
you've
of
got
any of you.
you've got 3 HP left. Oh no. Okay.
I know my car has more than 6 hit points, but like
Can we see
Yeah,
him?
that's fine.
Can we see him get damaged as well? Because
Well,
Yeah.
you've all experienced this crash.
yeah.
And there's a brief moment where you're all like, there's that sort of almost like everything fades to white, and then you come back into it, and you come back, and the car is skidded, bruised in the center of the road, and Hartwell is clutching his like sort of side where his already battered body took another impact, and he's just like, what are you doing?
right, I'm driving off slowly this time. Not slowly, but at a speed where I wouldn't, you know.
Hartwell, are you okay there? You don't look so happy.
I'm fine.
Let's hope we don't.
Can you still carry
Someone
that
please
rifle?
take the deer antler out of my chest.
There is no deer antler in your chest.
No,
Otherwise,
antler.
that would have been a
Let's hope
lot
we don't-
more damage, because that would have been an impalement, which is rules in
No,
this.
Baxley. Wait, no, this is not your car.
No.
Byron, do you have any first aid kit in your car?
Yeah, it's in the boot.
Oh, maybe we
Which
stop
in
and
this
grab it quickly.
car would be the front.
Yes.
Oh, now, so
Oh
impossible
my
to reach.
God.
That's just
Well-
great.
Yeah, that's all my ammo is as well. Well, it's all most of my ammo is.
Oh, okay. When we need to definitely find out the damage on this vehicle.
Let's see.
I mean, I do have my
Oh
crowbar,
no, the
so I can...
car's fine. The car's fine. It has like 50 health.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we still need to get. We probably still
Yeah.
need a crowbar to open the
Yeah.
front boot.
You
Yeah,
you
the
you
front-
probably need to crowbar it open. You can assume
okay.
that, considering this was a full weight deer hit the front of it.
Let's hope we don't run afoul of this town's like severe deer plague or something again.
What's it all the bloody
So you want us
deer
to get
in
out
this?
for a quick grab of the first aid kit? Seems
Yep.
like useful. Right. While you drive.
You
I'll
unlucky,
try-
lucky sons of bitches.
What do you mean I'm lucky? I want 100, you prick.
I said unlucky, lucky sons of
Okay,
bitches.
yeah, I am unlucky, thank you. And he's unlucky for being close to me.
Right. Do you want me to have a strength check on opening the boot, or are we good on that one?
Yeah, give me one anyway, but strength or size, because it's leverage.
Oh Jesus! And I fail on my size. What the fuck?
Okay, so the first time
I
you
wanna
put it
push
in,
that.
Yeah, the first time you put it in, you can't quite get it. You can try and push it, try and go at it from a different angle, or you can
No, I'll push
spend
it.
luck. Okay, push the roll. Yeah,
Oh,
and it
thank God.
just you get it in that little bit further, and you wedge it, and you put your weight down on it, and pop open this boot. The locking mechanism for it snaps. Where
We may want to break off the boot now, because this might otherwise impair your driving.
What do you mean you've broken them off? Why is it not breaking all the
It
locks
was
on my
kind
car?
of wedged, you know? Look,
Right.
we need that first aid kit, and you probably
Yeah.
need some ammo.
I'm gonna do some rudimentary first aid on a. Well,
I
not
was
rudimentary.
gonna
I've
do
got.
the same, actually.
Yep,
Well,
you
I've
can,
got
you
a-
can do some
Where
rudimentary
exactly
first
are you
aid
gonna
on
put
him
the
right now.
bandages? Because I'm kind of like a mummy at the moment.
We'll just
There's
put them
always
on
a
top of
spot.
the other We'll put them on top of the other bandages, wherever it bleeds the most.
Question: where did you get your first aid kit? Is it an ex-military one, or is
It's
it
an
a current
ex-military one.
Or is it?
It's an ex-military
It
one.
has morphine in it.
Oh, maybe later. Maybe later. You have a rifle.
Now, give me morphine.
You know
I believe
what?
it has.
Okay,
I believe even 1920s first aid, military first aid had a morphine.
I
in
failed
it.
on that one, because I don't know that much about first aid. I couldn't find the spot where there was still space for more bandages, clearly.
I will try myself, but I can't promise I won't just fucking stab you through the neck with my current luck or something.
Accidentally inject yourself with morphine.
So fucking done with this.
I'm not gonna push my roll this time. I'm sorry, Lord Hartwell, but I'm not gonna risk this.
You can
Just
buy
wanna
that
perform
down.
first
with
aid on
one-
myself. I'm pushing with my luck.
No, god damn it! Don't...
It's only 1 point. I can do this.
You can you can spend your luck to
Oh.
first
Oh, I thought you
aid.
meant pushing, as in pushing it. I was like,
Oh.
oh god.
Spending a point of
There
luck,
you go.
okay.
I use 1 point of luck to get myself actually be able to bandage myself because no one else seems to be able to.
Well, I'm sorry the
Look,
dice gods
usually
have
I
cursed-
report on injuries. I don't usually help afterwards. I mean,
Usually
I
I
want to,
roll
but
below 90, but clearly that's not on the fucking cards tonight.
you're a soldier. You're used to inflicting injuries, not so much solving them.
Train in first aid. The dice gods just aren't.
Midge has gone silent.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading about usage of morphine in World War One, and I'm trying to because I'm trying to look up how much milligrams you'd have.
Enough.
Yeah, apparently
No, not
more than enough. In World War One and the pre-World War Two period, there was a massive problem in the fact that they
Kept
got
saying
it.
they're injured.
the one the like the syrettes and stuff. You'd get a jar and the syrette, and the entire jar was 16 milligrams of morphine.
Yep.
And a
Jesus.
lot of people would do the whole thing when you're not meant to. So I've just found that one out.
So you just die, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, OD. Yeah, but you've got enough morphine apparently to OD very hard, or OD someone else very hard, should you wish. Okay. Yeah, you spend that luck point, and he starts to sort of like try to like come at you with bandages, you're like, hold on, and then you switch it and just put a brace and kind of just like brace yourself because you didn't actually take an exterior wound. It was just a massive hit to everything that was already there. Maybe had to reapply a
joyful.
bandage on something that you already had, but
Internal bleeding. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean at this point,
Wasn't a major wound.
That's where,
wasn't
that's
a
where the
major
blood's
wound.
supposed to be, though, isn't it?
Oh, good. All the blood is inside still.
That's what that means. Well,
Right.
it's inside you, it's all fine. Right.
For now, though, you can keep moving, but I think the car right now won't be wanting to go a further pace, as in
It
terms of
doesn't
like
take.
top speed.
It doesn't take any actual like problems. It takes about 10 points of damage,
Oh, okay.
and that's when it starts having problems. That's when its build starts going down, and bad things happen.
Yeah.
So it's
So
it's
that
probably
was
fine.
so that was 1d6 points of build. You realise that goes down, not hit points.
Build damage.
Yes.
The car is fucked.
Yeah, it's 1d6 build.
Oh, because normally it's just tracked like normal health, and for every 10 points of health, it said you do a
Let me go back to the vehicular collisions because it said 1d6 build, I believe.
Oh, because Oh, because it just said a I don't know if it's collisions, but it said
Yeah.
on a. I'm just looking.
So it's 1d6 build, not hit points.
Okay. So how many points does it take?
6.
Oh, for fuck. No, the car is definitely fucked.
How,
What is this? I
how
feel
ba-
conspired again.
What is the build of the car? What's the max build?
I have a feeling it was 6. Oddly enough.
no, I'm so sorry. I rolled a 6 on a d6.
Oh,
That's
that's
two
suspicious
cars roughly
sensation.
2 days.
Well, no. So I rolled a 6 on a d10 for this, actually. So yes, you are now without car, heavily hurt, in the middle of the road. Are you continuing the hunt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
I guess
Bexley.
we'll have to get out.
Yeah, you gather as much as you can. Luckily, when Bexley gave out the guns, he gave you some webbing, so you have enough to carry ammo. So you grab your supplies and you trot off into the night, in search now without a car.
Can I do a listen? See if I can hear the creature still.
You can give that a
Assuming
go.
we
Yes.
can hear a creature at all.
While you do that, I'm gonna pop over to Bexley Hall.
Fuck.
You got an extreme?
Mm-hmm.
You just hear the night currently. You do not hear anything.
Lots of clanking of armor.
Yes. So Artemis, Bobby, what are we doing, friends?
Much better than everyone else, I think.
Fuck off. Yeah, 6 build.
I'll put the gun back together
Your
to
car
start with.
has crumpled in. You're so lucky to have been alive, but the car is right roiled.
My goodness.
Oh, rolled 1d6 on a d6. Did a 6 on a d6. No, that's
Royals!
No, it was a 6 on a d10.
Royals, well, like, Royal...
It says
Royal-
for on the table. It says for it says for a d6 for a measure of a large power. Doesn't
Like,
matter.
roll,
Oh, fuck
roll
anyway.
dice.
You know.
Rolls Royce!
Rolling
I
Rust?
like that. I like that. Well,
Oh,
it is now.
does it say a
okay.
d6 on the thingy of the deer?
For hitting a large cow or deer, yes.
Okay, hold on. I'll
mean, it's
re-roll. I will re-roll. I'll be fair to you. That's a 6.
What is this?
I shit you not.
Oh my goodness.
Right there.
I'm-
Yep.
At this point, I'm just going to shoot I might just shoot myself now and just.
Oh, the car is. You're so lucky to be alive, but the car is fucked.
Oh, am I lucky? Am I lucky, Midge? I feel so lucky
Well,
right now.
you might not be, but Hartwell is.
Ugh.
Anyway, yes, Artemis, you were saying.
What was I saying? That's really interesting.
How are you currently spending your time? You've got the
Well,
map?
I've got to, as I've given myself an angry note from last session, inspect the gun that I have on me,
Okay.
because I believe it has an engraving that
Yes.
I haven't actually technically looked at yet. But I'd like to.
It has an engraving of a date on the bottom of the handle grip.
Yeah.
You already saw the M monogrammed into the ivory handles, but there is a date on the bottom, which you know to be the date of the Bexley's wedding.
Jolly good. Then I would like to head back to the... Actually, okay. Is the big Cthulhu book just hanging around on a table somewhere?
Currently, there is a book that you might have recognized from the secret section of books out, that was the one that Borgvard looked at before running off.
I'd like to look at it, please.
You most certainly can. So, Artemis,
do it.
you walk over to this book, and it is bound in a red leather. There's nothing on the binding, but except for a slight gold, double line of gold trim around it. And the book is opened, and on the first page, you see this. It's another one of my handouts. And I am going to need you to roll a sanity check.
Wait, have you sent me the
I'm
handout, or do I get
working
to-
on it. I'm working on it. But roll me a sanity check, please.
I want to fail this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, not that.
That's problematic then, isn't it? Oh,
You got an extreme. Okay.
that's
Can we
not...
abandon the session? Can we abandon the session here? It seems to be going badly.
Oh no.
So what you see as you open the book, you just didn't expect it. It shakes you to your core. At first, you think it's gonna, because you started seeing it somewhat at an angle, and it had sort of the visage of I don't know if you've seen it, but any of the sort of images of Orthodox Christian patriarchs or saints, where they're inlaid in gold and heralded, but you
Right.
got closer and closer, and as you finally got a look at it, you realize that this is a woman with no face, no facial markings at all, and just big scars forming a cross, stitched across, which you now see in the handout in the image of the Red Lady. And I will show this to chat because I have a bit of art for this.
I can understand why Borgfard ran out into the distance after seeing this.
Yes, and you take it'll be 1 + 1, so 2 points of sanity damage from the
It's a
image.
good thing I'm pretty sane in that.
That it is. That it is.
I don't want to take too much more.
The webcams.
Yeah, you probably don't.
I go and wander over to Artemis after having rebuilt the rifle.
Her face is just like pure white.
But yes, you can now look at the book should you wish to, Artemis.
There you go. I've had the first spoop. I've got past it, lads. Okay.
Was that your first ever spoop? No, that's not your first ever spoop.
I had the spoop. I insisted on taking sanity damage when we.
Yes,
twins in
exactly.
the well, but like that was like real life. That's a body. This is like.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Mythos.
But yes.
You're alright there, you look a bit pale.
I'm not entirely sure if there was anything that I expected to see in this book, but I certainly didn't expect to see this in my life.
A scary book.
Are you taking a look
Maybe.
as well, Bobby?
I may as well. If it's open in front, I'll probably
Why
open
not?
it.
Let's all get crazy together.
Okay, Bobby, are you affected by seeing corpses or not? I don't remember.
I will be. Yes, I would be.
Okay, then give me a sanity check, sir.
I have seen on this session. I don't know whether that impacts.
Doesn't
it or
matter
not.
with this.
No. What about my power? Does my special power have any impact on this?
No, because it's not an effect. This is just your own mentality.
Is that the right check? Is that the
That's-
wrong check?
No, that's an intelligence
sanity.
roll.
Their sanity has its own role.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
You are completely fine. And you see why it unnerved Artemis, but her talking about it readied you for it. But I will share this into your journal as well. Bobby Quirk, here you are. There is the image on of the Red Lady, which adorns the front cover of this leather-bound red book. And are you continuing your search into this book?
Yes.
Okay, so you turn the first page, and all of the pages of this book have this sort of gilded touch to them in this sort of regal, well looked after fashion. They're very it's very high stock quality paper. Possibly it's even its own special blend, but it's also very thin but feels tactile enough that it could withstand a lot. The ink also on this first page has a slight glisten to it. Although it's not gold, there is a shine to it. On the first page, you see the words in beautiful filigree of the scriptum of Our Red Lady. As ordained by J.A. Thorne.
Hang on. I'm not there.
Thor.
Not there.
Mhm.
Not there.
Mhm.
You're not there.
I'm off being cursed in the distance.
Was that one of the ones on the graves in the church?
Mhm.
In the church? Yeah, in the actual church. I don't think I looked at those. Okay,
No, I
well,
looked at those, but
that's fine.
oh yeah.
Is
I've got 'em.
that all it says on the front page?
On the yeah, that's like on the exact reverse side. Well, no, it's not the reverse side, but you turn the page of this image, and that's the first
like
thing you see on the page. Yeah, it's
okay.
title
Okay.
page essentially.
Noise. Turn another page.
Okay.
This will be the whole session. It's just the next page. Next page.
You turn the
Hold on.
page, and you get there's what looks to be at first a poem, but it seems to be you see the words: Our Lady, whom have given us the will, who bathed in the blood of the light, she whom marries the cardinals of sin and desire, give us the breath and hindsight which sings in the flesh, absolve us in delight.
Please send this to me.
I will send you a photo because it's handwritten. I can just read it out again if you want me to, so you could just write it very quickly. If you'd prefer.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Anyone who would like to write it down, have a pen at the ready.
Lady, whom have given us the will.
Whom hath given us the will.
Whom hath
Yeah.
given us the will.
Who bathed in the blood of the light.
Yep.
She who marries the cardinals of sin and desire. Give us the breath and hindsight which sings in the flesh.
Give us the breath and hindsight.
Yeah.
Which sings in the breath?
Flesh.
Flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I think I'm dyslexic.
The final line is, absolve us in delight.
So it's a sex cult.
That's my read on that. Even I'm not there.
Marries the cardinals of sin and desire.
More like S&M.
Sing in the flesh. Well,
Absolve us
okay.
in delight. Okay.
Basically, fuck away your sins. It's like
Fade
confessional,
away.
but sex.
I mean, in some parts of the world, that is confession.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting from this. Jolly good.
Okay,
Some more
so
blushing, I'm assuming.
Are you
I mean, I'm in studious mode now. Like,
Uh-huh.
I've started reading a book, which means I'm in library mode, so
Yes.
nothing's gonna phase me. Because
yeah, you think that
Apart
you've
from the thing that
passed all
phased
the
you.
horror from this book, essentially. So are you now going to be spending time studying this book, and how much time would you like to spend studying it? And Bobby, are you going to be studying it with her? Are you both going to be reading it together, or are you going to do something else, Bobby? No,
I
because you've both kind of turned these first few pages together and gone, oh,
should we continue reading?
I'd certainly like to see a little about this book contains. Lady Bexley indicated that it had spells. I wonder if it has information too.
Perhaps. Can I? Is Lady Bexy still at the windows doing this?
She's gone to other rooms of the house. She's not in the hall anymore. She's because there's a lot of windows in Bexley Hall. One person here that's been building it will be a testament
Can
to
confirm.
that. But
A lot of windows.
She's got a lot of work to do.
A lot of rooms.
Don't think there's anything else for us to do. So
I mean, apart from, like go and look at the other books that were hidden the same place.
Yep. So
Okay, I would like to spend like 15 minutes kind of
okay.
leafing through it for now, and then after those 15 minutes, is depending on what I've seen, I might want to continue leafing through it.
Okay. I will. Bobby, are you doing the same, or are you doing something else?
yeah, I'll just sit and look as well.
We're
Okay.
having a nice little moment sitting together on the sofa reading the spooky book.
Okay.
Not a
No
mile
worries.
away.
Meanwhile, over with Carlos gang. What are we doing, gentlemen? So you've
Think we'll have
progressed
to huff
probably.
the rest of it.
You've,
Yep.
as a group, I'm gonna say you've managed to push the wreckage off the main centre of the road. The deer that it hit managed to skitter off in like adrenaline and panic, but by the looks of your car, that deer has not got long for this world. Even if it did adrenaline get out of here.
Does
But
anyone
it's
catch if this
not.
deer had eyes?
Yeah, because I was really looking at that at the time.
Yeah. Wasn't really my first thing to look at, no.
No. We
Had a
should.
good look at the dash.
I would say just if
I have
we
no
find
idea.
it, let's end its suffering, because that's not going to be a happy deer.
No.
Not going to specifically look for it, but
No. So do you still want to continue into town, or?
I'll have
Yeah.
to find something.
If
Yeah.
we should.
I didn't hear anything nearby, so must be
No.
elsewhere.
We should move.
Yep.
Okay.
Gun out, by the way.
Marlowe's
Yeah,
going
gun,
to,
torch
well,
out.
Yeah. If you're using a rifle, you will not be able to hold a torch.
I got a pistol.
I'm using a rifle.
Okay.
Mm.
Pistol
I
and
have a-
torch.
Revolver.
Sorry, I'm looking for names. Why can I never remember this man's first name? Bernard should be meeting us in the center of town, so we could head there
Right.
and try and regroup.
Good idea. They probably have cars that aren't crashed.
Quite possibly.
We seem to have really bad luck with those recently, don't we?
You've gone
don't
through
seem to
more
like
cars.
cars.
Yeah, you've gone for a lot of cars in this game.
The past 24 hours, we've lost 2 cars.
Yeah,
I still have my bike, but
On
I'm
the
scared
same
to
past
drive
time.
it
24
now.
hours. In the
essentially.
past 24 hours, we've lost more cars than I've ever owned.
2.5 cars because you thought one was stolen briefly.
No,
No,
2.5 times cars I've ever owned.
That's fantastic.
finally
So
got it back. Only to trash it. Okay.
after
lovely.
about another 15 minutes jog down the night-filled country roads, you get into the outskirts of town, and eventually to the center of town. There you
guns away.
find. Well, you say that the town is very quiet.
Guns
Middle of
out.
the night.
And you see ahead of you, you see Trevor Stims, Bernard Miller. You see who else do you see? You see Dr. Samuels. And you see you Don't see him. Sorry, there is a fourth person there with them. I'm trying to
Wasn't it
find
the inspector?
the
Oh,
inspector's
is that
there.
Bernard Miller?
Yeah, that's Bernard.
Oh, that's the
Miller
inspector,
is
right.
Inspector Miller. Yeah. So that's
My bad.
yeah. And there is, where is his name?
The Pope.
No, you see.
Just say just having a routine visit, as you do.
Where's the name? Where is the name? I need the name. Where is the name? Have you met this person? Who went and picked
I
up
don't know.
Artemis?
I
That
think
time.
I did.
Was he there at that
Wait,
time?
Is
I
it?
don't know.
Is this Robbie?
It is indeed Robbie, but I
Is
don't
it
know if the rest.
Robbie?
I don't know if the
Would
rest
I
of
recognise
you.
him as anything?
Yeah, you might not recognize him right now. I don't think. I don't
No,
think he
okay.
was there when you guys picked her up.
My bloody groundskeeper, and I didn't know.
But yeah. So Milo was there. He's holding a revolver. Robbie seems to have some sort of hunting shotgun. Trevor Stims also has a rifle, and Dr. Samuels actually has a contraption that some of you that were in the military will have recognized, but never had the opportunity to use one. It has an American-made Thompson submachine gun.
That's gonna work fine.
I would like to kind of drift away from the main group, see if anyone follows where I am. Can they see me?
Okay. Give me a spot hidden or an intelligence, whichever you'd prefer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, you're a smart boy.
It looks like that at least a lot of them are kind of looking towards Lord Bexley, but the person you don't quite recognise does follow you with his eyes, gives you a bit of a look, and then goes back to looking.
Okay, well, the guy I don't recognise, he can see me, just let everyone know.
Right, so have we got an idea of what this actually is then? And
We've encountered it before at some. Well, I think Mr. Companion you saw it best.
It's a big hound-like creature. Glowing
Do not
red
say it can
eyes. Blue tinge. And it flies without wings.
Don't say it can fly! Oh, for crying out loud!
okay,
Be warned, its blood is slightly acidic.
That as well.
And it has a mouth that comes out of its normal mouth.
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
No mouth. No face.
And it likes bends.
well, as long as you are with me or the lordship here, you should be fine to brandish your guns. I've pre-warned the rest of the station that we are currently tending to affairs, and they're not to get involved.
And they accepted that?
They had to.
Fair.
I'm moving. I'm turning towards Lord Bexley. I'm just asking. I'm assuming these people know a little bit more than the average civilian in this town.
Well, I told Bernard to get willing volunteers from people that would understand, shall we say. So, everyone in this circle, at least, can be trusted. It doesn't go further than this circle. That goes for everyone here.
Good.
Understood. We found tracks for something heading towards the general direction of town, but haven't had a look at it since.
We may have had a slight altercation with a deer in between.
Yes. There's a lot of them around here. Anyway.
Unfortunate car accident. Milo just goes, again?
Again. This place
His
is
fault! His
Like-
fault!
his fault that I got hit by that a deer existed.
At least
Yes.
it was a different driver this time. Well, I mean, the first time they kind of had a excuse. There was as you say, a giant wolf thing attacking. But anyway, I think if we're going to be going cross country, it's going to be better to go on foot.
Very well.
And if you've got a rough idea of where to go, it would be better if we head
still
there
a light in the
now.
bogs.
I did see a light in the, just a flash, but there was something else there.
Okay. That's another cause for concern. Which way do you think we should go?
I'm assuming towards the bog, but I can't be certain. I could only give you the direction from where I saw it from Baxley. Nothing much else.
And why is the town so quiet?
It was a while away, so it could have moved on as well. But a light, this creature doesn't need a light. I have a feeling. So it might not even be the creature that I spotted there.
Well, Lord Bexley pipes up. Well, with that in mind, we should probably check towards the estate, as that was the last time we saw a shape, and after all, didn't the Norwegian fellow run into the bogs?
Yes, he did. I lost him
But
completely.
I can't remember whether or not he actually had a torch.
Okay.
Doubt he did.
I wonder if he's smart enough to use it at the moment.
Well,
Or at least even...
I think we should go as a larger group, for now, at
Yeah.
least.
Agreed.
Stick together, and remember this thing can fly. Keep your eyes up.
Yes, indeed.
So, where, if I take you to the map, where would you like to start your investigation, folks?
Should we ever check the body site first?
That'd probably be a good idea. Check the body site first.
Yeah.
So, let me just currently ping where things happened, shall I? Where the incident, where the car incident happened was probably about here.
Okay.
So
we made it 20 feet, basically.
that's
You were
that's
driving.
5 minutes of driving.
Would you say that I saw the light in the general direction of where the body was found?
You saw the light probably about here.
Further in the
Was
box.
not-
If you
not
push
near.
directly east, we'll go through the body site. So
Yeah.
Probably a good idea then. Check the body site and then go on
You
to where
you
we think
could
the light was.
what you could do is drive to where you kept the cars before to go to the body site and go from there. But
yeah, good idea.
All
like a plan.
tendencies of what you've seen so far were heading in this direction.
More towards the glade and possibly to Blackstone Woods then.
So that's where like you've seen any semblance of creature, and over here is where you saw the light. It depends. Are you going for the light or are you going for the creature? Or what do you think is the creature? It's really hard to not speak in definitives.
Yeah.
I think we should go after the creature personally. The light is possibly
Agreed.
Borkvard, and although probably distressed right now, if we keep the creature occupied or keep on its tail, he's unlikely to be in huge danger.
Indeed.
Okay.
Aside from
Creature it is.
I believe we should follow the creature. Yes.
Okay, so where are you going to start your investigation?
I would say right about maybe here. And
Yeah.
slowly
Yeah.
move through the glades, maybe towards Blackstone
Glades?
Wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin heading up the road towards the glades, and you get to the glades after about 5 minutes walk. It's not far out of town, and give me a spot hidden check.
I always do so well on those.
I normally do well on them, but I think Lady Luck
Oh,
really
God.
has a bone to pick
Uh-oh.
today. Son of a bitch. No, I refuse. I'm
What?
putting 2 luck points.
Okay.
I refuse.
Okay.
I'm succeeding summon tonight.
So, what you see, Byron. So the glades is like, it's a mix of open area and trees. It's not like one big forest. It's lots of large clumps, with like sort of flower. It's almost like it's a forest that's been well kept. Is the easiest way to explain
Yeah.
it. Like, so it's
Like a
more of-
maintained bit of wilderness, basically.
yeah, maintained wilderness, public area.
Yeah.
There is like a pond at one point of it. To the sort of center, there's a pond. It's got like large clumps of trees and everything. People would sort of walk their dogs here.
Yeah.
Things. But what you
So-
do notice is that there is signs of animals moving in this area.
Large animals, or
There's a lot of what you can assume are deer tracks, but there is notable larger depressions in the dirt around some of these deer tracks and such.
I'm just gonna sort of
Right.
like go down on one knee. So something big came through here. Does it look recent at all, or will I not be able to tell with just?
Give me a survival check.
Can we see if the deer tracks are like
Survival. I
parting
am. So
or...
it's, what's 1d10? Well, so it's 10%. So I just rolled a d100. Nope. I don't know.
You know you can just roll survival from the...
It's not on my like list of a
Oh, is it not?
It's not on my list. So it's in
Oh,
like
I
you know,
added it.
skills.
Would tracking not be more relevant for that though?
I have exactly the same bonus.
You're looking at
Well,
tracks.
okay, yeah. Tracking would also work. That's kind of
I
what
have
was going
exactly the
for,
same
but-
bonus, but you know, may as well give it a go.
I want to check whether or not the tracks are like in a line, or if
Again,
they're actually
tracking, please.
dispersing.
Give me a tracking roll.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Neither of you can really tell. You just know that there's something has been here.
There's tracks. Oh.
If it came from that direction, it's
Hold on.
probably still
Let
going
me
the same
roll
way.
someone else as well, because other people would be getting involved with this.
You're a groundsman here, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Tracked 10 on you. What's your track? Who's the best person to do this? Inspector Milo is. Of course he is, because, you know, it's his job to find people. Getting percentile dice out of the pot. That's a 95.
No.
Nope.
All of unluckiness is just sort of spreading.
Yep, that's not a roll. Let me try on the groundskeeper as well.
Come on, Robbie.
It's a 77. No, that's not. Christ on a bicycle. Yeah, none of you can really seem to work out.
I feel.
I'll roll for everyone, shall I? Let's see if anyone gets it.
Everyone's just
Hey!
standing around.
Right, so everyone's kind of just having it. They've split off into smaller. Like everyone's going at like a different patch of the glades, and no one can really find anything. But then you hear Stims pipe up, and he pulls out. He's holding an antler, or one singular antler from a deer. And it's bleeding. There's like bleeding. There's blood on it and like a little bit of flesh on the end.
Does it look recent? Like it was still bleeding, so yeah.
Is the blood on the antler or on the?
It's the antler has. It's been removed, so the antler has come away from the bone but taken flesh with it.
Ah, okay. So it's not the blood isn't on the antlers itself, but it's on the foot of the antler.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hell.
Something big enough to kill a stag has gone through here, at least.
I would not be surprised if that was the creature we're
Are
hunting.
you sure it wasn't a car?
No, that was a deer.
No, I mean a car that killed the deer.
No, yeah, that was a deer, not a stag.
That was a deer.
It was a deer that
just
killed
saying.
the car.
I'm just saying there could be other cars here. We know how dangerous these cars can be to these deers.
Oh God, what was that film that had the car that hunted people?
Christine.
Christine.
Thank
Brum.
you. Yeah, thank you.
Bro.
Well, he did.
Also Herbie, by the way, but
Well, he hunted down criminals.
But anyway,
Is
so
that
yeah,
based on a
Real
Asimov?
story.
possibly.
What?
Could be, don't know actually.
But anyway,
James Dean's car was
there's-
apparently cursed.
there's definitely signs that a creature has gone through here.
Right.
And this was heading towards, kind of heading sort of more northwards.
Keep pushing north.
Okay, you push north and you exit the other side of the glades and you get to this side of the road.
You know, I'm being very like sort of, you know, eyes out, prepare and looking up.
Oh yeah,
very
I kind
often.
of assumed.
Yes.
So when
Nah,
you
he
get to
just
the
on
road,
his phone.
give me a all of you give me a spot hidden. I'll roll a few here
Oh,
as
we go
well.
again.
That's great.
Oh come on!
Yes!
Oh, finally.
I haven't rolled.
Hartwell, you've rolled the best. Hold on. Yeah, Hartwell and Hartwell. What you see,
Hartwell and Hartwell.
now that you feel like you're on the path, you see across from you, through these farmers' fields. Like it's not like the straight, like the first wall of it, but like where you are has slight amount of elevation, so you can see the tops of what's growing, and you see like a big depression in the center of the field.
There's a big depression in the center of the field over there.
No.
Like something
I'm
landed
gonna go
there?
check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out with him.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna join you as well.
As you all go to check it out, Bexley Hall crew, you come
just
back
gone 9, by the
and
way.
yes, I would. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll say this very quickly. Bexley Hall crew, you do some studying. From what you can tell, Artemis, there is a lot of this book is in relatively uneasy English. It's not written. It's not modern writing, so it's very Shakespeare, Marlowe kind of period of writing. So it's not
Old English.
it's not quite Old English. It's not like Chaucer levels, but it's still relatively difficult, which makes like searching for certain things relatively hard. What you do get the impression of is the first half of the book talks about the order in itself. The middle section, which is known as the heart of the book, contains essentially the story of the Red Lady herself. The other side of that has the story of St. Craythorne in it. And then the final section seems to be a lot of handwritten notes and more personal reflections.
Okay.
But you can't glean any more information from it from that shorter time spent with the book.
Sorry, when I was looking through, did I see the Elder sign at all sketched anywhere? Any of that?
You actually saw it a number of times, along with a lot of other symbols that you're not sure if you recognize or understand yet, but you have seen the Elder sign a couple of times.
Okay.
But that was also only a brief glance. So if you tell me what you would like to do now, Lady Bexley has also returned into the main hall after finally finishing up with as many warp windows as
Secure,
possible.
Yeah. Is she taking like interest or notice? Is she?
No,
kind of, like, hanging?
she's currently smoking.
Okay, cool.
Great stress reliever.
Essentially.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. I guess,
don't-
I mean, I'd love to maybe decipher a little bit more about the story of the Red Lady and the story of St. Craythorne.
Okay.
Figure out how. I want to know how St. Craythorne was blessed to be what it is, and the kind of if it says the kind of magic that was used for that.
Okay.
Or is
Also,
like the
okay.
wolf,
Again,
is it-
how long are you spending on this?
like the next half hour?
Okay, I'm gonna need some library use for sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Bobby,
I
what are
want to
you
do in
doing?
like increment.
Well, when I can have chance to look at the book in my own time as well, not while Artemis is doing her own reading, I'd like to read through the sections where the Elder symbol appears. Or
Okay.
in the meantime, I'd like to ask whether Lady Bexley has any other books where the Elder sign might appear.
Lady Bexley gives you kind of a curious glance, and then remembers your hand, essentially.
Mhm.
And she asks,
Oh damn.
is there anything you're looking for in particular? Oh, nice. Extreme on that library use roll, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
there anything in particular you're looking for, Mr. Quirk?
Probably just
symbol-
trying to figure out how it works.
The symbol is
'Cause
used
I know.
a lot.
Mm.
Normally as a ward, and it's also used by groups to even just signify the mythos. So you just kind of have to be more specific. If you're looking for answers, and she looks at your hand, well, I don't think you're going to find them in any book.
No, probably not. I know when I touched Borgvard's head, he lost his other sight. He gained his real sight back, and then when I touched Artemis as well, she could see Borgvard. So there's obviously something going on there.
It's quite the gift you've been given, sir. I know that there's many people I have met that would give to receive such a gift, so use it wisely. And with that, we will go for our break. So, anyone watching, we will be back in around 10 minutes' time. Go and get yourselves a cup of tea or such and the like, and we'll be back
Burn
then.
a few dice, make a shrine to our own Jesus.
Yep, there we are.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.
All right, in a bit.
Oh god. My audio driver voice meter is fucked up completely.
Alright,
You
I'm
didn't
gonna
record
go.
everything though, did you?
Oh no. That's not good.
You did
Okay.
not record anything?
No. It was like so essentially all of the sliders and buttons were away from the graphical audio. That's so I
Well, there's also my just general marksman. No. I think 3 backup characters is enough for now. Or not, let's see how bad my luck goes.
Generic foot soldier number 1.
Sorry, are we supposed to have backup characters?
I mean, with how I'm rolling, I think, you know...
No one told me to, but you know.
At the rate I'm rolling, I think I'm going to kill my next character by accident.
No, now that's not fair. You'll kill my next character by accident.
I think I'll kill all our next characters by accident.
Oh, that
I'll
would-
kill reality by accident. I'll kill the DM.
Hang on, what?
What? Now just firebomb roll 20 headquarters servers.
So, are we all ready to continue?
We are.
Yup.
Give me 2 seconds.
Possibly
Then.
go wrong.
I'm just fine.
A lot of things.
Like you said, I'm just trying to find a certain thing because I don't want to have to use the one from the original book. I want the version that is this case specific. Where is it? Is it in folklore? Oh, it might. Yeah, it's in this book. Where are you? Hound. Muzz has a picture of one of what they are. There they
I
are.
do.
There it is. Oh no, the fucking PDF's. Oh, it's the scroll of the PDF is like stuck to my mouse movements. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Oh. My
Mm.
condolences.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'll re-find it again. But yes, so people who are studying. So specifically, Artemis, you wanted to know what first?
I want to know about the history.
You said spending half an hour on it and you got an extreme, yes?
Mhm.
And that's the history of the Red Lady or St. Craythorne?
I mean, like both, but I guess we're starting with if the Red Lady's first in the book. I'm assuming that that's kind of chronologically beforehand. So I'd start there then.
Okay, so what do you learn about the Red Lady? Well, the Red Lady you get the impression that there's a lot of mention of this Red Lady. They never specify exactly who she is. In fact, there's lots of interactions with between her and very, very varied members of history. Like, there is in particular a large section of her having conversations with both Cleopatra and Jane Seymour.
Seymour.
And there is a certain... She's never referred to by any name. She seems to always be referred to in almost like this second person, or like using pronouns of her. Her gets used a lot, even if it grammatically doesn't make sense to. But all you get the impression is that this person seems to have been influencing different aspects of history, is what it seems to entail. Earworming several historical figures. That's what you can get at a glance, anyway.
Okay. Nothing about like where she originally came from. Where she is. Okay.
It's not mentioned. It's very, very. It's kept like obscure, as opposed to like nobody kind of really knows. But there is a lot of mention to the Red Lady's almost like immortality and her everlastingness, but when you
Okay.
get later on, it still begins to talk about her in past tense. So there is a change in tense, but they always seem to refer to her the same.
Okay.
I have one question.
Yes, go for it.
Does she seem to be benevolent in any of these? What's the general?
Explain how you
theme
mean
on that?
benevolent. Like, what do you mean?
If it's talking about her actions and what she's done, does it seem like there's any sort of cruelty or anything involved in any of her actions?
A lot of the language used to describe the Red Lady is one of almost passion and love. It's invigorating language. There's a lot of expression in it, and whilst never speaking of her benevolence, really, it does. There is a definite sections on like pleading with her and like one would in confession.
Insects. Okay. The people that she's kind of influencing in history, are they? You gave 2 female examples. Are they predominantly women, or is that just like?
You'd need to do a deeper search. They're just the names that stuck out at you. You only spent 30 minutes on this. And this is like a tome this thick.
Okay.
You need to drop some hours in that.
Okay. I'm doing it in segments because I'm trying to like give myself the like I don't want to say, oh, I'll do this for 3 hours and then I don't have the option to interact with anything else that's going on in those 3 hours. Like if Bobby starts doing something else, so I want to do it in segments, but I want to then continue and do it like again for another 30 minutes.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm not like speed reading it. I'm going through it carefully, but in sections.
Okay. Yep. So, what are you doing now? Are you going? Bobby, in that 30 minutes, did you want to do anything else that passed?
Yeah, can I ask Lady Bexley what she was doing with the windows?
Of course you can. So she explains to you that, there is a certain, trick we were taught, I was taught by, actually, I've known this one for a while, but, it's just a simple warding. What we've done is we've warded all of the windows and other entrances to make the main door more appealing should anything want to attack. Although it wouldn't, if the creature is powerful enough, it wouldn't stop it outright. It would at least funnel it. That's why we've left this choke point, so to speak, and that's why Clifton has set up in such a way. Think of it as putting an extra lock on everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've found all the information that I needed. Finally. It took me ages. So, for this next period, do you want me to keep going on 30-minute increments, Artemis? Would that be the best way for you guys?
Yeah, I think so, because
Okay.
obviously I don't know. I guess I'm letting myself have the option to change my mind
Nope,
because I don't
that's
like
fine.
making decisions.
Mr. Quirk, would you like to do anything for this next 30? Would you like to do any research of your own? Would you like to explore the house a bit? Would you like to
Maybe
go
go look at the
talk
other
to
books?
Clifton?
Well, there's something I want to do, but I don't know whether I should be doing it right now.
No, go for it. Tell me what you want to do.
So I want to try and focus more on the symbol on my hand.
Can definitely do that.
Connection with that.
Yeah, okay.
But before I do that, though, I'm going to ask Lady Bexley whether she has any understanding whether she thinks that's the right thing to be doing right now. given that the current situation.
Well, although I don't know exactly how it works, if you did find anything, I'm sure an action, I'm sure an additional tool in our arsenal would be very valuable.
Okay then.
If you,
So I'm gonna go.
if there's
Sorry,
anything that you would, need, do let me know.
Yes. Well, I don't know what I would need at the moment, but I think I'll just sit quietly.
Okay.
Somewhere.
So you're
Probably
going to
just
spend
keep
some
an eye on them,
time.
though, just in case anything. I mean, with all the strange things that are going on.
Okay.
In case anything else.
No worries.
Yeah, I'd like to do my compass in my right hand and just sort of focus on my. On the symbol
Okay. Yeah.
and try and get a
Okay.
connection.
Give me. So Artemis, give me another library use, and Bobby, give me a power roll.
Power.
And while they do that,
I have a power.
I failed.
we'll go over to a hunt party. So you are heading to this opening. And in this opening, what you find... Well, it seems to be the deer you hit earlier. And it's made it some way. But this deer does not have a head anymore. There's the clear wound where you hit it with the car, but there is... This body has been attacked, so to speak. There is also no clear path in and out, as if any creature has walked through this area.
Any marks like burnt grass, any acidic remnants like we've seen before on the ground or near the deer?
Give me a spot hidden.
I'm gonna help. I hesitate to do with my current luck.
Yep.
I'll do one as well. Just I'll fail. Okay.
Byron. So,
I'm gonna go.
oh, well, we've already got an extreme. So, Byron.
Oh, I'm getting in there.
Byron, you do notice on the underside of, like, you kind of lift a bit of the carcass up, and you notice there is a big pool of this sort of burn mark underneath, and it's kind of semi-dripping from one of the wounds around this sheer cut-off where the head was. The creature, you can assume, actually, this doesn't look like the creature like landed here, but you can assume from that this carcass was dropped here, and that the blood that you see from the creature might mean that it's still being affected by its wounds.
Still
That's
wounded.
a good sign.
But like no more signs as to like what direction it was dropped in, or like,
Well, you can,
like, you know,
you can tell from like the way this carcass rolled that it dropped in from the south and rolled north, which would mean the momentum's going
it's
that way.
heading north. Yeah, it's still moving north, I think. But now it's airborne. I'm gonna look up.
You look up.
Just shine my torch out.
You shine the beam of the torch upwards.
Yeah.
It's the night sky.
There's shit in the night sky. Alright. It's still moving north. We don't have any more conclusive proof of which direction it's going. Well, that's an exact being there than its general direction. So directly north of here is nothing we know of, is it?
Right north.
We're more or less in the middle of the glades, right?
Well, I think
Yeah.
we're over the road from the glade, I thought.
Oh, for the road of the glade already. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause we're in a
Well, up
field.
there. So we're actually very close to Artemis' house.
But it's still heading north.
Robbie, do you see anything out of place right now?
Out of place
This is
how?
an area you know.
Oh, to Robbie.
Yeah, to Robbie.
Well, I do grounds work around here. I don't really work the fields. Hey, there's a Ben. Hello, sir.
I'm
Oh,
not
hello
sure.
there.
Welcome back.
How's it going, guys?
Cool. We will
What's
definitely
going
get onto
on?
you in a moment. I cannot wait. Give me a moment to
You
get you.
said
on.
I have some info on Roll20?
Yes, you do. You should have at least one handout, and you will possibly be receiving more depending on choices you make. But that's
Hi, Penny.
that's for me to know and you to know and the others to find out. Where are my player tabs? There they are. Fantastic. Okay. So yes, yeah, he doesn't think anything looks out of place, but then again, he's not used to being in this field, other than the fact that, you know, there's a dead deer in the field that's been decapitated and dropped from the sky.
We just keep moving north, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Wasn't
Keep it.
Hardwell attacked to the west of us?
He was, yes. This thing is still going north. Or at least was when it dropped this.
So you guys are going to continue north.
I think that's the best course of
Now,
action.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the tree. Oh, we're still like a while away from the trees, aren't we? Still in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've read my thingy.
Okay.
But is there any sort of like trees and like the hedges or whatever, or is it like better maintained?
This
Okay.
is a better maintained field. This is proper farming. But you make it across the field towards the hedges. Give me or give me a spot hidden again. I've got to roll for the other NPCs with you. Boom. Oh!
Never mind, my shit luck's back.
Don't worry about it. Lord Bexley just got an extreme.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys still in the car?
Right, basically, in 10 rolls I didn't roll. I rolled once below 65. So that's how tonight's
and-
going for me.
In his driving role, after giving me nothing but crap, shall we say, about
My
my
God.
hideous driving in the last time we were in a car, he fumbled.
I made a joke out of character
So you guys wrecked another car.
They wrecked another
Yeah.
car and almost killed Hartwell.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
because I rolled the exact damage. Midge rolled the exact damage required to destroy my car twice. If I was using a gun for all these rolls, I would have probably shot myself about 4 times.
Yeah. So, so Bexley points out, and he points towards where it looks like a tree has been felled, and it looks really fresh. An entire tree has gone down, and it's going north into Blackstone Woods.
We need to keep moving. Clearly,
Follow that trail.
yeah. If it's hitting over random trees, it's probably. Well, I don't want to make any suggestions about the kind of mental state these and behavior these creatures have, but normally one doesn't knock over entire trees when they're flying normally.
I would say it's at least agitated with a couple of bullets in it.
Yes. The amount of blood on that carcass, it's not doing well.
So, what would you like to do? How are we progressing?
I'd say go into that bush beating formation and just basically keep moving north.
How are
Looking
you
for more
moving?
signs.
I
Are
guess.
you trying to make up ground, or are you trying to go stealthily?
I think we should make up ground, personally. If we try this thing, yeah. I think we're going to lose it completely if we try and go stealthily. And we are kind of trying to bring it to a fight. Just hopefully one that, we have at least a level ground of it.
Makes sense. Your lead then, Captain.
Understood. Get my torch out.
How do we listen to see if anything
Of
pops up?
course you can.
Thank you. That is a success. Nothing specific, but
You do hear a slight howl in the distance.
well, we're gaining ground because last time I didn't hear shit, and I can hear the howling.
Yep.
To our north?
Yes. Well, with a success, you just hear that there's howling.
A general direction. I can.
Yeah, you can get a sort
Well-
of. Just can't get it's at my. You can't tell that it's at my 120.
Yeah.
Engage it from long range. You know. But while he's here, we'll now go to the adventures of Borgvard.
Hi, friends.
Borgvard,
He is.
oh, that's the wrong piece of music.
Oh, I thought I fucked something up for a second there because I was like, I hear nothing.
That's also the wrong. It's that one. Sorry, I'm getting my music names confused. So, you've been running now for probably well, you're not sure, but it's probably about 30 minutes. But this is when you finally recover from your blackout. Last thing you remember, you seemed to be heading into the doors of Bexley Hall.
Mm-hmm.
But you're running through a forest when suddenly your vision comes back, and then there's a flash of light. And you're not in a field anymore. You're on the steps of a large house. In front of you is a large painted oak door in a deep grey. The knocker on the door is, well, it's the head of a stag with a ring pull in its mouth. How would you like to proceed?
I'm gonna look around. Is anybody around me? Behind me? In front of me?
You look behind you and, well, there's not even a world behind you. Just an endless...
Just a floating house in the abyss?
You are just in an open void of deep purples and blues spiraling in the skies around.
This is fine. Okay.
In the distance, there are stars that are lighting this house. But no, there is no people.
Okay. I'm going to go up to the knocker and...
Okay, you knock the door, and the door swings open. Inside, there is a low lamp-lit room. Gothic architecture. Carpeted floors. A very warm feeling. Do you step inside?
Hello?
There's no reply.
I'm going to step inside the room then.
You step inside.
Because I am a gentleman, I'm going to close the door behind me.
Well, as you go to touch the door, you touch it once, and the door sort of just swings closed. Faster than it opened, but not violently.
Very well oiled hinges.
It's been a bit too quiet. Let me up his volume. Give me a moment. There you are. I've boosted Ben's
Ordered my
volume.
pizza. I ended my stream and got pizza and then came here.
That's fair. In front of you, there is a large staircase. But at the top of the staircase, there is, again, nothing but this starry spiral of purple void. And as you look around this glow of a house, as you look up, there is no roof. Only void. To your left is a door, and to your right is a door. Both this dark grey oak. Along the right wall there is a fireplace, burning with a warmth of glow. Inside, inset into the marble of the fireplace, again the head of a stag. What would you like to do, Borgvard?
I would like to check the door on the left.
You open the door on the left, and again there is nothing but void. This void, although vast and empty, it doesn't feel cold or absorbing, more containing than that.
Ready? Close the door on the left.
Close the door on the left.
Go up to the fireplace.
You go up to the fireplace. It is warm and inviting.
If I hold my hand out to the flames, does it feel warmer?
Feels warmer. It feels like fire.
Feels like fire. Noted. Okay. All right. And you said that there is a marble stag's head on
Yep.
the the mantelpiece.
Yes, like a lovely embossed, carved stag's head into the marble.
What if I touch the stag's?
It feels like a marble stag's head.
Okay. Check the last door.
You go over to the door, and before you even touch it, the door swings open. And inside is another room, walls lined with books. There is a large velvet armchair turned away from you, facing another fireplace, roaring with flame. There is a empty armchair facing more towards the door on the left of that, and next to the first armchair is a side table with a decanter of scotch. You see a hand go across and pick up a glass of scotch. I'm glad you finally made it, you hear a voice say.
And I'm so like the chair is facing away from me. I just see the hand go over and come back.
Yes?
Is there another chair?
Yep.
I'm gonna go have a seat.
You're gonna
Is
go
there
have a
glass?
seat. So you go and sit down in this chair. And you look to your right. Another table has appeared, where there wasn't one before. And there is indeed a fully poured glass of scotch. And then you think to
Very
look
good
up.
service.
And you look up with that very good service to see a deer-headed figure. Not in robes, but in more casual attire. He has a double-breasted suit of a dim grey on a cravat of a deep maroon. And without moving his lips, he says, "Thank you. Indeed is good service when the world is my own. Now, Borgvard, I believe we need to have a discussion."
Yes, we do. This is quite a nice place you have here.
Thank you.
Where precisely is here?
We are currently in a realm between the realms. Simple void, stars, and a little bit of science. You will find out eventually that this world is far more than what most people will recognize. But that is not why I've brought you here. Do you know why I have brought you here?
I do.
Now, you have a decision to make because of that. You see
A
now...
single word. Audacity.
I'm going to be giving you a choice here. You can either push me, or you can repent. The choice is up to you, and the responses will be different.
It's an interesting choice you lay out here. I don't necessarily feel I have something to repent for.
What makes you think that? And then you look at the glass that you're about to sip, and in your hands there is now the skull that you once picked up in the graveyard.
Oh, I understand what you're playing at, but my stated goal was not to cause offense. My stated goal was to get your attention. And I have it.
Very well. But my offer stands. The offer has two outcomes. If you repent, you will be rewarded. If you do not, you will be equally rewarded, but scars will remain. How you wish to play the game, Borgvard, is up to you. And for the first time you see this deer head almost smile, whereas before it's all been telepathically sort of sent to you. There's a first emotional change on this man's face.
Is my scotch still nearby? Like, did it teleport back to the table?
You've looked back down, and the skull has gone again. It's back to being scotch.
To drink my scotch again, and just kind of like get a little comfy in the chair as I'm drinking. Now, what I will tell you is that if I caused you offense, I do apologize for that, but repent I do not, because I am where I would not want to be.
Is it the wording that upsets you? Is it the phrase?
Is not my first language, but
You actually find that there is no language barrier here. You start speaking Norwegian and it automatically kind of translates.
I noticed that. That's peculiar.
You are able to fully comprehend everything, whereas before you've been finding it very hit or miss.
For me to repent, I must truly believe that something I did was wrong, and I do not believe that.
Hold on, I'm just reading something very quick.
I had no intention to desecrate the remains or to cause offense to stand, and for that I do apologize, but repent I do not.
Of course, Borkvar doesn't know what confessional in this church means yet, because he hasn't seen the book.
That's true.
Oh,
I literally do not know what you're talking about.
Nope.
well, that's unfortunate.
Which his character doesn't, so...
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It makes meditating that less likely.
So... Borkvard, this has gone far beyond me and my own scope. I am now just the intermediary. She is offering you a choice. Accept or decline. That's all it comes down to.
You said accept or decline?
I said accept or decline, yes.
With repentance off the table, I accept.
Well then. This is adjourned. He
Punch him in the face.
He,
No.
he wait, really? Oh no. Okay. Okay. So you see the goat man click, and then suddenly you're dropped and transported back into the middle of the field. You have a vague recollection of seeing his face, but you don't really remember any of the conversation. I am going to be handing you a new card, however. Give
Okay.
me a moment. And it is this one. Oh goodness, there you are. And yes, you are in the middle of a field, in somewhat you think near Bexley Hall. You can sort of see behind you, and about a mile away, there is that you can see the vague lights of Bexley Hall.
That's an interesting card.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of words.
Would you like to read to everyone what the words you see are, or you got to keep that private? Okay, no worries. So yeah, you're at like the edge of one of the fields. It seems to be where the bogs begin and the fields end. You seem to be about a mile away from Bexley Hall. Probably it's like so far away relatively that you're kind of off the map right now, so I can't point out where you are.
How long at a good gait would it take me to get back?
You realize that you must have been either out of it for a long time, or you've been running full pelt for at least the last hour.
Here, Patty.
So you think that you might have to do a little bit of traveling.
All right, I am just going to dust myself off a little bit, straighten up my clothing. Am I still wearing clothes?
Yes, you are.
Still, okay, and I'm gonna start heading off back to the thingy.
Okay. Right, Bexley Hall crew. So, you gave me your roles, didn't you? Hold on. Power. Yes. So, Artemis, what were you looking for specifically this time in the book?
I guess kind of like the history of St. Craythorne, if that's kind of what's next.
Okay. Yep. What you can kind of get from the history of St. Craythorne here is relative the same as what Willem has already told you from what he found, but you notice there is a lot of mention of St. Craythorne coming here, and the land before was barren and infertile, and there was a lot of mention of this barrenness and then him changing its fertility.
Okay.
And bringing about this new fertile area for people to live in. It doesn't really go further than that, but they use the term miracles of fertility quite a lot.
Okay.
Sounds pagan to me, but I'm not there.
I'm going to start adding negative die roll the more you keep sort of try to swing information.
If I could do a pigeon noise, I would. Where's my hidden?
Those are all terrible pigeon noises.
Yeah, they
I'm not. I obviously haven't spoken to a lot of pigeons recently, so.
Yeah, sorry, my druid craft is down. I'm not. My
core.
Cool.
Pigeon
They make a
noises.
coo.
Bobby,
There's more of a reverberation.
you
My
don't.
pigeon is rusty.
From what you sit down, and you do get the impression that focusing on your mark has some weight to it, but whatever you've just done didn't quite work in that time period. You tried your hardest, but there's just something just didn't happen right then.
Sorry, everything cut out when you were explaining that.
Okay. Sorry. Basically, you get the impression that this focusing or channeling that you were trying to do did kind of work, but not enough for anything to become crystal clear. There was just an element of you weren't quite getting it or feeling it or in the right place, but it didn't quite work out. Not this time, at least.
Okay.
So, it's now been 1 hour. Okay. How are you going to be doing the same again? Another 30-minute increment? Yes. Or are you going to up the time? Or are you going to up the time?
I like a 30-minute increment. I think it's good.
Okay.
Hold up. I need to go look back at my information of the book.
Hey, what's the big girl doing?
Okay. I want to go back and look at the order then. The info at the start of the book about like
Okay.
the actual
Yeah, sure.
St. Craythorne. Another library check.
Bobby, what are you doing?
I'd like to just carry on what I was doing.
Okay. you'd like to give it another go. No problem. So you guys do that. Hunting party! So you have
Yes.
progressed probably about 5 minutes or so into the thick, black, deep darkness of the Blackstone Woods. What are we doing?
I'm gonna keep an eye on like the tree line, see if I notice any more signs of, obvious breakings and, e.g. if a giant creature slammed into the side of it, bleeding acid blood.
Give me
Something like that.
Give me a relevant skill check for that. What are
Spot
they?
hidden?
That will
As in,
work.
like, I'm just literally
Yeah.
looking up, seeing if there's like
Yep.
notable impacts on trees and stuff, or obvious breakings.
Hartwell, what are we doing?
I'm working with Byron.
Okay. I will roll a
So
d10.
I am basically just trying desperately not to get hurt now.
Yeah. If you roll a
Since I
d10,
don't
I
really
will
see-
get you whatever you roll can be removed from. So 9. So that's now a 53. It's still not gonna. Sorry, that's a 54. Still not gonna get you any further than that success, but it helps. So yeah, if you're assisting, I will allow 1d10. Every person that assists, I will allow the person 1d10 like removal dies. What they called bonus die.
Bonus die.
To that's how I'm gonna work assisting. Yeah, but you're specifically trying not to get hurt, Hartwell. Duly noted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my ears peaked because in this darkness my eyesight is even worse than normal. So,
Of course.
and apparently I'm also deaf now.
Unfortunately, you don't hear anything else. The 8 people moving through a forest at night is it's tending to be, it's making a lot of noise. It's not allowing you to hear very much. Byron, what you do get is a sense of somewhat direction. You seem to be, you seem to have the idea that it's something's going like. Although you don't see any clear breakages this time, you do feel like that we're traveling in a specific direction. There's just you don't know what it is. You don't quite know
innate
what you've
sort
seen.
of
There's
gut
that
feeling.
There's a gut feeling there.
Okay. Then, as ever, my gun is at the ready.
Okay.
Same with the torch in the other hand.
All right.
In my case, that's the right hand. The gun in the left.
One of you give me a navigate check.
Who has the highest navigate? I have 50.
I have 10, so
I will check.
Okay.
definitely not me.
Okay. Anyone with above 25 can offer to assist whoever has the highest.
I have 50, so I'm going to roll that. Oh!
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
You got an extreme. Okay. Fine.
Does that want to help me get it to a crit? No, it doesn't work like that.
You definitely had that gut feeling, and you just went with it. You just said, "Come on," and the group follow you, and you come to what seems to be an opening in Blackstone Wood. The moon is lit down on this opening, and in this opening you see 6 large standing stones made of the deepest black bloodstone, hints of green and red speckles all over them. They stand at around 6 to 8 feet, varying between each one. In the center there seems to be a field of essentially daisies.
Oh, God.
And in the center of the field, you see a hooded figure knelt down in the grass in a deep blue robe.
I'm gonna aim my gun.
Yeah, gun up. And like
Yeah.
pointing to their back.
Okay.
I'm just going to aim and just sort of go, don't move.
You're saying that out loud, don't move.
Yes.
The
You weren't being stealthy, they probably knew we were here.
I'm going to go down to one knee because I've got this vision of a plank coming flying towards me.
The figure does not move. They stay kneeled, looking at the ground. Give me a spot hidden, Byron.
My
You
lock's back.
You see
For now.
that they seem to be creating a daisy chain in the grass. The
What are you doing?
hands are dainty and small.
It's just one person.
Just one that you can see.
How tall?
Probably about 5'2", but they're kneeling, so it's relatively hard to
Oh.
tell.
What was the name of the other girl that went missing?
Casey.
Katie Lear.
Okay. Casey, is that you?
No response. Wait, you think it's Katie?
Right
Katie
now.
Hands. We
I'm
haven't
going to
found the other girl.
slowly circle around just to sort of get a view of their front.
Do you
Very carefully.
do you tell everybody, or are you just doing this alone? Are you telling the group to
Take the
circle,
inspector with you.
or are you telling? Because there's 8. You've got 8 people. Remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
I'm
telling the
moving
rest
closer
to do? 'Cause
behind the character, so I might be in arm's reach to remove the hood.
You're going all the way up
Slowly.
to them.
Slowly.
I'm circling around to the front, keeping my gun trained. I'm going to sort of motion over to the inspector to do the same.
Give me a
I'm going
stealth
to-
check, villain. Or
Yes, I will.
I think there's a stealth skill. Okay.
Yep. Oh.
I'm looking for a hard, but
Really?
yeah, really.
Well, my gun is still up.
Oh, are you
move
doing
closer.
anything about that? Do you want to push it to a hard, or do you want to luck it to a hard?
No. I'm gonna stick with success.
Okay. So as
With
you
a max
all
20, I'm not gonna push it.
as you all begin to move.
I'm not moving.
Well, okay. As the group of you that are moving begin to move and the group spreads out, you hear a growling. And you don't know how you didn't see it before, or maybe it just wasn't there. But from the other side of the girl, you see eyes open. A deep
Gun ready.
blood red. You hear another growl. Deep red eyes coming from the right of the girl. And you hear another growl. Deep red eyes from the left of the girl. And
There's 3
we
of these bastards.
will roll into our first rounds of combat.
Indeed.
So this is the first time we've ever done combat, so I need to get a book out. Right. What are their movement? Because it works off movement.
It works off dex.
It works off move.
I'm pretty sure it works off dex.
Works off
hang on.
move. Who goes first is done on move.
I can
believe.
find the book for you, the point for you, but
Well, if it's on move, I'm not first.
Nope. Chases. I also need to change the music.
it's,
very
about
quickly.
it starts around 1 to like 100.
Yeah.
The combat rules.
You actually need to go to a costly mistake.
The question of who gets the first opportunity to attack can be an important issue of fight. Determine the order of attack by ranking the combatant's dex from highest to lowest. In case of a draw, the side with the highest combat skill goes first.
From dex to highest to lowest.
Yes, that's on page 102 if you want to.
Okay.
Don't people have readied weapons? Oh,
That does give a
Yeah.
plus 50 bonus to it.
Yes, it does.
Plus 50.
Yep.
Yep.
Plus 50 bonus for ready to
So I'd have
weapons.
115 dex functionally for.
And I have
I'd have
105.
95.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a moment, because I need to do some rolling and some writing down. Okay, so
So lads, who play next week?
I'm not here.
I'm dead.
none of you. Yeah, there's a lot of people still safe.
Well, you're still slightly back, so
4.
You might be lucky the
6,
first round.
Yeah, you're not going in the
11,
front.
plus 4. That is. Does this get calculated each round? Do you know?
No, it's just always a But of course, for like the second round, you won't have like a readied action, so it will count as like, your base dex.
9 plus 6.
15.
15 plus 4.
I'm gonna go feed my pets because they're all jumping up all over me. Come on,
worries.
buddy.
So 8. 9 plus 4 is 13. Okay. And then that random person has got a dex of.
That random person.
I don't have a feeling.
So
that
it's off of your dex bonus or your actual dex properly?
Your
It's
actual
probably
dex, because dex bonus isn't a thing in this game.
Fantastic. Right, so what have you guys got?
So I'd have, because I've got readied action, to be 115.
115?
I would have 105.
I'd have 95.
95. 5. Okay, so you got 1 there, 1 under. So, Byron, you're going first. What are you doing?
I see the first set of eyes, and I use my full 3 attacks straight to it.
Hold on. Yep. Okay. Go for roll those attacks.
And each. Yep. So the first one is normal. Okay. So that's a fail. It's a good start. Fail and min damage. That was a fantastic roll.
Ha.
And then my second one, which has a penalty die, because
Yep. The more you
really
fire
spamming it,
yeah.
is an extreme. So I get impale damage.
Okay. Good to know. That was on the middle one, yes?
Yes. And so that would be alright, so it's my max damage die. So 12 plus another roll. So it would be 12 plus 10.
So would you want to use the... Well, no, wouldn't you just use the damage that you've just already done? Wouldn't it be 12 plus the damage?
Oh yeah, that makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be 12
So
plus
it's
6.
So
18.
it's 6 plus 12, so 18 points of damage.
Okay, so they've got... Down to... Okay. And you've got another attack, haven't you?
And I have one more attack, which of course still has penalty die, because, we're completely high nooning it here. So that would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm rolling a trash for damage here.
And that's a 3. Oh, okay. So you let loose a flurry of bullets, and the bullets fly out, and you see one of them. The first shot just misses, arcing past. It almost hit the kneeling girl. And the bullets, but the next two launch home, and you just see this well, what you've come to know as the beasts, just reel up and writhe in pain with this massive howl. It's very guttural sounding. Sounds like you really hit home with some of those bullets.
Mm-hmm.
So, next up is actually 2 of the creatures, because they got a surprise attack because you didn't know they were there. So we have the one on the left is going to oh shit, I didn't even realize that. Hold on, I need to adjust the health that damage I've just taken, so they need an extra.
Ooh, question. Might that a damage extreme exhaling strike, might that have done a major wound? Just don't want to say be crit fishing here, but just
Still but it's
from
fine.
what you can tell, no.
Okay. Oh fuck.
But that could be
Got
something
mad
about the
con
creature.
or a lot of health.
Yeah, yeah.
One of those two.
Maybe. So, one of them, you notice, you saw the eyes, and then you just see it go, and it's you can't see it. The other one is going to launch out at. He's going to launch out at. Let me roll. How many people is there? There's 8, right?
8, yeah.
Where's my D8? I'm gonna find out who we're gonna hit. Who's it decide to hit? Say a number. I'm gonna let you guys
4.
pick what number you want to be.
7.
4.
9.
Rival? On a on a D8, sir. On a D8.
No, 9. I'm going for 9.
Right, I'll put you at 1 then. Which one of you said 4?
Me.
It had to be, really, didn't it? So, one of the hounds... I'm also going to need you to roll sanity, because this is the first time you've seen these things up close.
I don't.
No. But, Kazoo
Oh,
does.
thank God.
You failed, so you withstand this. You take 1 point of sanity damage as this massive black hound appears. There is something blue and phantasmal about it. It possesses great burning red eyes with a glow that is faintly otherworldly. The skin of this hound is also rather repugnant and repulsive in smell. It just has this mold and deep, like, sort of... It's almost like a deep sweat smell that just fills your periphery. And it is going to make an attack roll, which I've got to work out how to do. So it's on an 80%.
80%? Fucking hell.
So that hits.
Well, I can attempt a dodge attack action.
No, you
Which
fired.
You know you can do both because it's like
No,
it's a reaction.
It's not a reaction. It's you choose on your turn if you're attacking, if you're dodging, fighting back, or you're maneuvering.
Okay.
If
I
you're attacking.
understood the rules.
So
then.
you have the choice of an attack, a flee, or a maneuver.
Okay.
So a maneuver would be like you've got your Oh no! Sorry, that's my bad. You now get to choose to dodge, fight back, or perform a maneuver. That's my bad.
Right. I don't think I can do enough damage to this thing again that's it's going to not hit me. So, but it has 80%, so I'm not going to dodge that.
Okay.
Fuck it. Death or glory.
You're just gonna take it.
Fire...
Oh.
Well, if
You're
it's
gonna
got
fight
an 80%,
back. You're gonna fight back.
If it's got an 80 rule, I have a 37 dodge.
Yep.
That's kind of a non-starter, really.
Still better than mine.
Okay, another 8 points of damage.
So fight back. The highest level of success wins. Draw initiator wins. Both no damage. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you roll? A 70.
A success.
You didn't win because I rolled a 47.
And so that's an extreme for it. That's a hard for it.
Yep. Which means...
Okay. How much luck do I have left?
It's a lot of pushing if you want to do that.
Well, I'm gonna die if I don't use
combat
it.
rolls can't be pushed.
Oh no.
Oh.
They can't use luck, can they?
Well, it says cannot be pushed. You might be able to use it doesn't say anything about
so
luck.
17 minus 9. Still not enough, even if I used all my luck.
Then you're...
Yeah.
Don't be too worried on this damage, to be fair.
It's a giant fucking dog. I'm worrying.
It's only 5d8 of damage.
So this massive jaw of this beast launches out of you and takes a bite at you. You take 2 damage.
Oh,
and
2 damage, okay.
And 1 point of power is permanently drained from you. As you feel, as it bites you, this otherworldly fangs and acids burn into you, and you just feel your power being drained. Your innate essence. And then the other dog has run away. So
onto my arm
we're now on to... well, no, it's just gone ha.
Okay.
It's gone like a crunch in, take out.
So my damage on my attack wouldn't have... Because it's like... No, my attack wouldn't have done anything then, would it?
So, like, essentially, you go up... How it would play cinematic is you go up to fire to fight back, and it bites you in the arm and moves the arm away, and you shoot up into the air.
I just fight.
How many shots have you fired, by the way? Do you know?
I've fired 4 shots. I have 2 left in the barrel.
Okay, just okay. So this is next. It is Willem's go. Willem.
I'm gonna fire my gun as well. So one got hit already, one has disappeared, and one is attacking Byron, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna fire at the one who's currently attacking Byron.
Okay. Give me an attack.
I'm gonna do a full 3-round attack as well because I can.
It's gonna try.
That's a hit.
It is gonna try and dodge.
I mean, you can't dodge bullets though, because they're like you can't dodge. You can dodge projectiles, but not bullets, because you know.
Okay.
Dip, dive.
Does it say that?
Dive and dodge.
I read the fucking
Yes,
book.
yes, it does.
Also,
It's
you're
ranged
muted,
and throw
Tara.
weapons. It's on ranged and throw weapons.
muted.
You're
I'm
correct.
not talking to you guys.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I'm muted. Sorry.
Confused. So it's 10 points of damage. It has 2 points of armor, so it takes 8 down from 22.
Oh yeah, armor exists.
Yeah.
Mm.
You did far less damage than I thought you had done. Okay, cool. So, Willem, you take a shot and you land a successful hit, but as this bullet goes in, you see it kind of get lodged in the thick hide of this creature, and you don't think that your weapon is doing as much damage as it really should be. Like if you were if you were shooting a human being.
Yeah, well, I got 2 more rounds, so here comes the second. There we go.
Okay. That's a damage of 11. Okay. And you're shooting again, yes?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Fantastic.
Oh man, you've high nooned this fucking thing.
I mean, I see somebody attacking somebody I've been traveling with for the last 3
Yeah,
days.
that's
so
fair.
I feel like.
Okay. So it is Hartwell. It's your turn, as well as it's Dr. Samuel's turn. Dr. Samuels has.
Oh god, NPCs are here?
Yeah,
Yep.
4 NPCs.
Yeah.
4 major characters, relatively.
Dr. Samuels has a Thompson machine gun as
Yeah.
well.
Right, so we've got
He
one
does.
dog disappeared, one's attacking Byron.
And one is growling from across.
Okay. Well, I've got the Enfield, so I may as well attack the one that's attacking Byron.
Yep, no worries. Where is submachine guns? There is submachine guns.
Yeah, Thompsons are renowned for their reliability in this period, right?
Okay, he's going to take a...
They were the choice of the.
In the trenches, not so
mafia.
much. I guess in the open world, yeah.
I've had 6 years of R&D. It's probably fine.
So you're going to roll an attack, are you, Willem? Sorry, Hartwell.
I've done my attacks.
Go ahead, take your attacks. Your first shot with the Enfield, boom! The darkness it's playing with your eyesight. It's been a while since you've shot a rifle. You didn't hit, unfortunately. The bullet went past.
Okay. And again?
I think you only get 1 attack with a
is it with
like
a
rifles because
with
it's
a rifle?
bolt.
Yeah, because you've got to take the bolt.
Yeah.
I
can reload it
bet.
sometime.
Pistol.
You say you're gonna switch to your pistol.
Oh, I'm gonna have to, otherwise I'm not gonna get many actions, am I?
There is a rule about. I do apologise for those watching. That is me just going through a rule book. Isn't there a rule about taking a disadvantage to try and shoot again with a rifle?
Yes, you can take a penalty die and reload your gun in the same round.
Yeah.
So if you could retroactively, I guess, take a penalty die
Yeah.
to have it be reloaded at the start of your next turn.
Just because I had no idea on the time frame of when that gun existed, I just googled Thompson. Apparently, the war ended 2 days before the first Thompsons arrived in Europe.
Yeah.
Had a very brief field test.
Yep. So only the people that stayed in the army post-war will have seen one. at all. And it's like the. But hey, and Samuels is going to take a full automatic strike at the one.
Oh, Jesus.
that was because he managed to spot it running off. He's trying to shoot the one that's running away. Oh, okay. Okay, that's. You guys are lucky. I'm shooting well tonight. Okay.
This place ain't no such thing as lucky.
That is. You just see him sort of trail and just of the Thompson as these bullets whip out into the darkness. You just hear and then like sort of the whelping of a dog in the distance. It seems that Samuel's calculated his spray and unleashed a full round of ammunition into the side of this dog. That dog hurts right now.
And that's 45 millimeter, and that's 45 as well. So that's
So it was like spears taking out some German POWs. The whole thing.
really nice.
Fair. No, it's more Barcelona with the on Iwo Jima, except it's a Thompson instead of a Browning. It's more that sort of.
Less burning off the hands as well.
Oh yeah. But you might not know it's a very early model Thompson. Anyway, next is more of the NPCs. I will roll their shots. So Bexley is going to take a. Actually, no, I can roll Bexley's on here rather than on my hands, and then I can roll thingy with a shotgun. Characters: Theodore Bexley.
Could do with a shotgun. Oh.
Success of 6 damage. He was aiming at the one across that was growling. That's down to that much health. And the shotgun is going to get fired.
Shotguns do a lot of damage in this game.
Shotgun missed.
Well,
Of course it did.
Possibly
when they hit.
Possibly the person using it doesn't really use their shotgun often. And then Trevor Stims has got a rifle as well. That also misses, unfortunately. The inspector doesn't seem to be firing this turn. He instead is he's focused on the girl. But we're back at the top, so Byron, what are you doing? You now have a large black dog in front of you.
This dog's just fucking bit me, so bang bang.
Yep.
I get 2 more strike shots because that's what I have in the barrel.
Okay.
Reloading is a full round.
You can reload the full round and take 1 more shot, but it does have penalty die.
Yeah.
Right. Got 1. No. Shot 2. Maybe.
Yep.
For 3, motherfucker.
You think that shot didn't even hurt the beast? It did.
Yeah, had that feeling.
You feel like that although you see it go in, it just didn't react. Its fiery red eyes are just burning down at you.
Even when I roll well, I roll badly.
Are you taking the reload penalty, by the way?
Yes. So, that probably wouldn't have hit anyway because I've got 2 penalty die stacking at this point.
Okay.
So, reloaded.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't seem to hurt it. Hartwell.
It bounced off.
Oh no, sorry, Willem, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, is that creature that he bit him still up?
Yes.
Oh, it's doing fine.
It's snarling at him in the face currently.
Okay, well, I'll fire another couple of rounds.
Go for it.
That's a hit. For 11 points of damage.
You think?
You're nicking all my good damage rolls, man.
And that's nothing. And that's a success.
But you have a penalty die. Well, you're still a success.
Yeah.
But you roll with 3 damage.
Yes.
That's a lousy damage roll. The first one.
It's all I've been rolling.
In D&D terms, that creature would be bloodied.
Good.
Only bloodied.
Mm.
So, next is Hartwell, as well as Dr. Samuels, who needs to reload, unfortunately.
I'm gonna use my automatic.
Go for it. You quick draw to your sidearm, rifle in one hand, and you take an aim at which creature are you shooting at?
Still the one that's going after my pal.
Okay, all of you just dogpiling this. Oh, dogpiling.
Dog.
Penny, cover your ears.
You think you do 8 points of damage.
How many shots do I get?
3, I believe, with most
Three with a
handguns.
pistol, yes.
But they start getting less and less accurate. Oh, that's a jam.
Oh, Jesus.
So, as you're firing, bang, you hit one. Bang, you miss. Tick. Your weapon jams.
Oh, God.
Is that always on a fumble? Because it says the
Yeah.
malfunction there is a 100 for that gun.
For that gun, is it only on 100?
Well, unless that this sheet's wrong there, because it says malfunction 100.
I think it's set to the normal firearm malfunction, which is normally 97 to 100. Or just his... No, it's probably going to be his skill.
What is that, 45 automatic?
Yeah. And it's got malfunction 100 here.
Malfunction 100 doesn't malfunction, so it doesn't stick. You just miss wildly. You kind of lost less control of your recoil because you're only using one hand, and you just completely clean miss.
I was just going to say, because the Webley does have a 97 malfunction, but the 45 automatic only has a 1.
Yeah.
Same as my Colt 45.
So he's reloading. It's now your shot. Bexley is going to take a shot again at the one across with his rifle. Should just leave this open, really, shouldn't I? He gets impale damage with the Lee Enfield.
Nice. That's going to fuck it up.
Yep. Oh, that's some tasty damage. You see Bexley sort of looking around, seeing this isn't going very well. He takes a knee and aims a shot, and it just lands straight into the sort of... because the other one has sort of crawled forward a bit now. You just see it land in the neck, and just sort of... You hear what starts to be a yelp that just gets cut off with... As this bullet goes through, and you think you can see a muscle twitch as a bullet leaves the other side. That looked like it hurt. So that is down to, so I'm minus the 2, and it gets minimized to that, and that does that. Okay, yeah, that one looks very bloodied. I need to roll some other NPCs goes. He missed.
3 NPCs get eaten alive.
One hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, and then that's damage. And then it's obviously going to be the creatures go. So, who has the lowest luck?
Well, who'd you think? Who'd you think, Midge? Who'd you think?
I don't know anymore. You guys have spent a lot of luck.
29.
Oh, okay.
29, and there's
I'm
one
good.
literally right in front of me.
Okay. The innate pack tactics of these hounds. You see as well the sort of firing line of NPCs open up on the creature that is across from you, and it lands quite a lot of hits. But the creature, angry, it just leaps out of the darkness. It sort of rears up as it's in the air, going for a bite attack down on you, Byron.
Okay, I'm gonna try and fight back using my handgun.
Yep. So
It's my best.
It rolled a...
I got a hard hit.
What did you beat it this time? So it got a 34. So which at an 80% is or is that an extreme?
That's not an extreme yet, I don't think, because that's a 70, and an extreme is on a 14 for me. So I'm not. It's a fifth of 80. So a fifth of 80 is 18, I think.
It's 16.
Somewhere around the neck of the woods.
Yeah, it'd be 16, wouldn't it?
So it wouldn't have been a.
No, so it would
I've just
also be on a hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've both got a hard. What does a draw mean? A draw means attacker
I think
wins,
a draw-
doesn't it?
It's actually 16, a heart.
Let me find
No,
out.
it's 16 for an extreme.
Yeah. Because it's
yeah.
fifth.
Sorry.
Now 2 people search for a book so they can find it first.
I had the page open, but I had to switch for the fumbles and guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, this complex weapon system.
Give me an example. There's just an extreme. Give you the success. When the target's flying back, the attacker wins in case of a tie. So yeah.
Yep. So this creature again. You take 1 point of damage and lose another point of power.
Damn it! I'm no longer 69 power.
You feel like that this creature, there's something about it that is just trying to take your life essence every time it bites.
That's succeeding.
But that's its turn. The other one is going to continue running, and the other one that's attacking you gets its go now. Are you gonna try and fight back on that? I'm
Gonna
guessing.
fight back again. It's my best chance.
Yep.
Okay, I think yeah.
Oh, we both rolled the exact same. I shit
Oh,
you
for
not. I
fuck's
rolled a
sake.
13.
Shit.
I'm
James
sorry.
out to get me.
I'm rolling really well tonight. I do apologise. So again, it wins. You take. That was on the floor. Reroll.
Don't apologise. You're not sorry.
2 points of damage plus lose another point of power.
I'm at half health.
Oh wow.
You didn't take any major wounds.
Yeah.
So now that these are both enclosed and you're brawled in combat, I'm going to need everyone that's here to take a sanity check. Not if you've already done one for the creature.
Yep.
I'm good then.
Sanity wise, I'm unfazed. Physically, less so.
Do I have to do a sanity check?
Yes.
Yep. Oh.
Damn it.
So you take 3 points of sanity damage as this behemoth of a dog, ripped in phantasmal sort of skin, just is now surrounding you and your friends. I don't think that causes a break at all with you, as far as I'm
No,
aware.
I'm still at 65.
Yeah. So the again, it is your turn, Kazoo.
I'm gonna. Can I back away and shoot? Like, probably not.
I think you can choose to do one of each. Like so. I think you can take one shot and take a what's it called, a penalty die,
Yeah, 1 penalty die.
and try to back away a bit. And you've got a movement of 8,
9.
9. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that because I'm getting mauled here,
Yep, that's
and
fair.
I'm just gonna like basically like backpedal and just try and fire a shot.
Yep, go for it. Take a shot.
How about that? And I'm gonna shoot the already injured one,
They're both injured. So
or the more severely injured one.
okay, so
So that'd be another 10 damage, I think, because I've rolled max damage on that.
so it's 10 plus you max damage. So that's 20. So it's impale.
It'd be 10.
It'll be
plus-
it'll be whatever you roll plus whatever you roll, isn't it? So
It's
you-
whatever,
so you-
whichever I roll plus the
plus
max damage die.
So
it'd
you've done
be-
24.
Yeah.
Which gets taken down to a 5. That creature looks really, really, really hurt. It is like limping and whelping and crying in pain.
Shut up and die, you little prick. I thought I'd shout that in character, by the way.
Okay.
But yes, I backpedal back to the firing line.
Okay. It is Willem's go.
I will fire one more round at the very extremely damaged creature.
Okay.
That's a hit.
All right.
And I will have to reload for the rest of my...
Okay.
But it's a clip, so it shouldn't be too long.
Nope, that's just one turn action. So it takes that. So it only takes 2 damage.
What, only 2 damage? What?
Yep.
This thing probably has some pretty extreme armor.
Jesus. Okay.
And Hartwell, down to you.
Okay. How many bullets does a 45 hold?
Depends on what kind of 45 it is. Is it the 1911?
Automatic. Just 45 automatic.
So it's what you've got.
Yeah, that's 7 rounds.
7 rounds. Cool. Damn it.
Okay, that's a hit. Which one are you?
That's a jam.
Yeah. Which one are you shooting at, though?
The one that's seriously damaged.
Okay. Okay. So this thing is death's door, but you go to try. You see that one of your strikes lands home, and it screams in agony. You take this final shot, and your gun just nothing. Jam. Unfortunately, it would probably take you a turn or so to clear that out.
You have to make a successful firearm check, and it takes 1d6 rounds.
Yep.
Damn it.
Or mechanical repair, but I'm guessing the firearm roll is probably higher for you.
So make a successful firearms. Well, try to make a firearms check. I'll let you do one now.
Actually, they're both the same.
Oh, okay. I'll let you do either.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you can't clear it. You can't even work out where the
I have
jam.
to wait till next round.
Unfortunately, you do.
Switch back to your rifle.
Oh,
Which is also jammed.
no, the rifle's not jammed.
No, it just needs reloading.
Oh yeah.
Needs reloading.
Oh, yeah, I thought because of the from the last town, I thought.
So, it goes to the NPCs. Failed this. You see Robbie begin to run away. But Hartwell takes a... Not Hartwell, fuck. Bexley takes a shot.
Oh.
And you just see this bullet go... you just see this bullet... I've been rolling with negative die so he can reload every turn. He's just been rolling really well. So he makes it by 1 point. And you just see this. He raised the gun up, and the bullet just strikes home, and one of these bees just goes down. It hits the floor. It hits it in the face. Its head rears up, and it just hits and smacks over. There's now only one currently in front of you.
I think you regain sanity for helping us destroy a creature. I don't know.
You do.
It's just
But there is still one creature there.
Yes. Yeah, let's see if we survive this before we start.
Let's talk about that later.
That's future us's problem.
Yep. And then Samuels is reloaded. You've moved away. He's going to take another full auto. I just rolled an extreme.
What is with your rolls today? Can I have my good rolls back? Because I seem to be nicking.
I just rolled 2 extremes.
Well, okay.
No, I want it back. I fucking want it back.
No, as long as it kills the creatures, I'm good with this.
That half missed. Okay. So he does
Asymmetric lot of damage.
plus 10. Yeah, you just see this other creature that's in front of you just get burst down. It shakes in pain. It looks real bad. It looks really, 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 really bad. It's not quite there yet, but it looks bad.
God. Fucking die!
What about the third one? Do we still hear it?
That's fucked off.
The other one has just gone.
Fucked up.
No one can see it.
It's like fighting monsters.
You can try and perceive it on your go with a roll, but that'll be your action, so to speak.
Can I? Is that figure with the blue hood? Is that still there? Still sitting there? Because it's been 4 rounds, but nobody checked it.
Yep. Well,
gone.
There's been one person that checked it the entire time. There's someone who hasn't been firing.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is going to strike out at Theodore. Theodore Bexley takes 4 points of damages and lose 1 power. As this you see the beast launch forward at Theodore Bexley, and it takes a nasty bite into Theodore's shoulder. Because he was aimed up at the other creature, this one just manages to get round him and just bite him down and crunch down on his shoulder, taking what seems to be like almost a vampiric bite down into it, and then release him. And he like clutches his shoulder. It's back to yours. Go, Byron.
Right. High noon.
Yep. Oh no, I missed an attack. Hold on.
Oh.
It missed.
Yeah, I've been rolling.
I can't hit with Simkin. Whatever his name is. The other policeman.
That was terrible. So my second attack. Oh.
And that is a gun jam.
Well, shit.
My bad luck's back.
You all forgot to clean your guns for 7 years.
Yeah. There's something wrong in the air tonight, and the second gun jam of the evening has happened.
I think what's in the run is that you've got all the good fucking luck.
Yes.
You'll go.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Oh, can I try? Oh, it's on next round. I can start trying that, can't I?
Yes,
I guess
you can't.
if I
You
wanted
can't
to...
try another because you've already.
Yeah, I've already made.
I guess if I want to see
that first one's
what
not an
this
attack,
one's-
so you can.
Oh, okay. I will try.
That's a firearms roll, not a Webley.
Yeah, not an actual damage roll,
Yeah.
not an actual attack.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
You succeed. So this takes. You think it's gonna take you?
It's a 6,
Oh, God,
isn't it?
6 rounds.
So what happened is you could look inside and basically the spring is gone. You do have a spare spring, but oh no, you've got
It's
a
gonna
Webley.
take a
It's a Webley. Sorry, that doesn't even work, does it? There's
No.
not a spring in a Webley. Okay, so the firing pin's misaligned. So
Maybe
you're gonna
there
have to...
is the spring in this Webley.
And that's the problem. Yeah, there you are. That's the problem.
Right, 6 rounds. No, fuck that.
Throw the gun at it.
Hand grenade.
Close.
But yeah, no, Willem, it's your go.
So, either I spot whether or not everybody is still where they are supposed to be, or I use my gun. Can't do both.
Yep.
There's still one visible for us. The other one is God knows where. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna fire on the one that is still breathing, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, that's a fail.
That's a fail. That's
a fail. And that's an
That's
extreme.
not a fail.
That's an extreme.
That is unfortunately also just 3 damage, so that's...
Well,
actually-
you add another max damage die, so it's a bit more than 3
okay.
damage.
Yeah. So
so
what's
that's-
the max damage on the Colt?
12.
12.
Same as a Webley.
15. Okay. Again, this creature is on death's door. You managed to get it in like the shin bone, and its like paw just like sort of waves off where it's like taken this hit. It completely like snarls at you.
Still not dead.
Hartwell, your go.
I've got to try and unjam my gun.
Okay, give me a firearm check. Okay, for you, it is going to take you 3 turns to clear this thing. Well, one of the basically one of the bullets kind of slightly fragmented in the barrel, but you'll be able to clean it in 3 turns. You think?
Okay.
No worries. So
Is that including this turn?
yes.
Okay. Suckage.
Creature. And it's gonna do that. Okay. So what you see is this creature grasp onto Theodore Bexley and then vanish.
Great.
And you,
Shit.
as a group, are left bloodied, with no seeming danger around you, in this bloodstone circle.
Great.
You also
Is
look
the
around.
hooded figure still there?
You also look around to see that the hooded figure has in fact gone. But so has the inspector.
Great.
But he's kind of important for the town.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
everybody is gone, and Robbie is gone.
Robbie has run away. You've still got Trevor with you, and you've still got Dr. Samuels.
And Lord Bexley, I hope.
No, he's
no,
not.
Lord Bexley
Teleported off.
disappeared.
Bexley
just
disappeared with
teleported
the
off.
creature.
Oh shit.
Yeah. While
See
you
that
will
part,
do
Rob?
that, I'm going to bounce back to the other team. And by the other team, I mean Borgvard. It's about this time, Borgvard, that you get
I'm
to
my
Bexley
own
Hall.
team.
You get back to Bexley Hall. What are you doing?
Who's there?
Well, you're outside.
I go in.
Through the front door?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't know
Okay.
any better.
Okay, Borgvard, are you
Why-
knocking the door
what
first, or are you
reason would I
opening
have
the
to
door?
not use the front door.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Are you knocking the door first, or announcing
No.
your entrance? Okay. So as you
As
swing the
so
door
far,
open,
We've just walked in.
so as you
Oh,
swing
boy.
the door open, you
I don't know how good of a shot this guy is. He's
you
antiquated.
you hear hold it right there, and you just see you are staring down the barrel of a Lewis gun. There is a Clifton with a Brody helmet sat behind the door. He's built himself a sandbag-esque. He's got like sandbags and like a moving trolley cart that he's put together in sort of a ransacked barricade, like covering the bottom of the stairs. He is in place. You see he's got boxes of ammo piled high. This guy is ready.
I'm gonna throw my hand up and just be like, "You've caught it now, Britt. You've caught me."
What's his reaction to you being there? The last thing he saw was you run off crazy. Take 13.
I don't know that I ran off crazy.
Take 13 paces. Take 13 paces backwards, Lord Borgvard. How do we know we can trust you? Everyone that's in the house, you hear this, by the way.
I mean, exactly 13. I'm gonna have to walk backwards down the steps.
We were
That's
having
correct.
quite family time on the sofa and you've just interrupted
How about I
us.
turn around and take 13 steps backwards into the house? You can keep an eye on me.
It's late. At this point, Lady Bexley comes round because instantly she closes
I'm
the
gonna
book she
turn
was reading.
around and
She
start
comes
walking backwards into the house.
and she goes, "Clifton, just leave the man alone. Of course he's all right. Lord Borgvard, are you okay? Do you need anything? Last time you saw you gave us quite the fright." And she like ushers you to sit down.
By the way, what's my eyesight like now?
You can see everything.
Alright, well, we'll take a seat. Get a scotch. Start drinking.
Okay.
It was a long walk from wherever the hell I was.
Do you remember anything?
I'm gonna look around for a second. Where the hell
Clifton,
is
close the
everyone?
door. They're currently chasing the beast. When you ran out of here, Captain Byron came across what he thinks was signs of the beast, so they gathered up essentially a hunting party. My husband went, a number of the others.
Oh, if your husband's out there, I'm sure everything is perfectly fine. They'll be back any moment now.
I'm sure. So you really don't remember anything?
No, not so much. I mean,
Last thing
there
you
was a
remember?
book,
Yeah, last thing you remember
and
was.
then I woke up outside.
Yeah, last thing you remember is not being able to see anything and then seeing the book.
That was a hell of a book. Where is that book, by the way?
Oh, well, I've been looking through it.
Are you carrying it right now?
She is carrying
Yeah,
it
I'm like
right
holding
now.
it. It's in my lap now.
I'm gonna lunge and just slam it shut. No, it's evil!
But the front page is what... No, I don't know what got you.
Slam it shut.
And then when you slam it like that, Lady Bex goes, "Ah!" and sort of takes it from you. Because
I'm gonna be like, Borgvard! I had a page.
It's a bad book. Did you dog ear it, or maybe a bookmark?
Dog ear.
No, of
ancient
course
dog.
not.
Oh my god. Wow.
It's a little off-putting to start with, but it's fascinating, really.
Wait, hang on. I think we need to take a couple steps back here. What the hell is this book about?
Well, about
Other
the
than
order.
insanity. Oh, it's just histories of the order.
It's basically a compiled edition of the sacred texts of the order. It's essentially their Bible.
Ah, yes, Insanity Bible. It's all coming together.
It's really not all that bad. I mean, it's a little bit out there, but
Okay, I'm just gonna. Is Lady Bexley holding it?
yes.
I'm just gonna like lift the cover, just.
Okay, so Borgvard, you lift the cover and you see the image that is probably in your handouts known as the Red Lady, or image of the Red Lady. Feel free to have a look at that and then give me a sanity check.
Again! This book. I was right when I said Insanity Bible.
It's like a normal Bible.
Sanity. Okay, come on, first roll of the day.
Oh.
So you don't actually take any, like, sanity damage, but you do feel like that it was this image, or the version you saw of this image that really drove you over the edge. You now see this image of a fabled but strangely beautiful lady, but without any face. The face is nothing but than a cross pattern carved and sewn into the skin.
What makes her beautiful without a face? Does
Bone
she have really
structure.
nice. Okay.
High cheekbones. Strong jaw.
She's got a very golden ratio to her.
I don't know about you, but I'm quite into
Augustine
faces, so, you
knows.
know.
Yeah, I feel like without
Without a
all the
face,
other
she doesn't have a
bits,
nose.
anyway. I want to turn to Lady Bexley. I'm kind of like Borgvard's pissed me off a little bit.
I'm
He's
flinching.
coming. He's closed my book. I was in the middle of reading it. There's
Lady-
quite a lot of mention of strong women from history in this book.
Well, yes. I'd expect so.
But, wait,
And yet it's still a fraternal organization.
yeah, men only, but strong women.
Well... So one of the fundamental tenets is essentially the worship of the Red Lady. And the followers of the Red Lady in this particular organization are not deemed allowed to be women. Essentially, I think from what I know of the scriptures, it's, I don't think it's the fact that there isn't female orders. I think it's this one is devotion via men. If that makes a lot of sense.
I see.
Yes,
So there's-
me too. I'm.
There's other orders out there. Do
Expect
they
so.
interact with one another, or is this sort of a speculation?
No. Some do. It's not often, but we've had a member of... I can't remember the name, but my husband will tell you. We had one of the... another member of... another leader from one of the sects stay for dinner. Sect stay for dinner. Before anyone confuses the word I just said. Borgvard, are you sure we can't get you anything? You gave us quite the fright.
I'm drinking heavily.
Okay, that is fine.
Also, I'm gonna just like take a big drink and then I'm gonna go back to the book and I'm just gonna like pain is love kind of thing. I'm gonna open it up and stare at the image.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and take that book back.
Borgvard, as you look at the image, you look back at your drink, you take a sip of your drink, you just hear the words, repent, redeem, recede, recover. Really slowly in your ears.
Just gonna try and, gently take the book away.
I'm gonna resist just a little bit, but let it slide through my fingers.
Okay.
Step 2.
Bobby, what are you doing at this point?
Me?
Yes.
I've been sat in the chair still, looking
Yep.
at that thing, but I'm gonna just say I might have an idea. This could go horribly wrong. What I'm going to do is, again, focusing on the symbol on my hand, I'm going to pull out one of my darts that I have in my pocket. I'm going to jab it into my thumb on my left hand.
Oh my god, okay. Then what? I need to hear specifics of what you want to do following this. Are you just doing that?
I'm going to focus on the pain and see if I can draw something out of the any sort of connection.
Okay, give me a power roll with a plus with a you can roll a d10 additional bonus die.
Oh.
Which
you might
makes
get
it an extreme here. Yeah, possibly. If he rolls a... Let's see what you roll on. Ah, so close.
Ooh.
But what you do feel is that, again, that just reinforcing this whole, you feel like that the mark on your hand is linked to your own mindset. And if you really think on something or want to do something, the sigil and the power might go with that idea. That's what you get from that.
Mm-hmm.
We're all present for this.
Yeah, you just see all of you just see Bobby prick his own finger and really think hard, clutching his hand, releasing his hand. Lady Bexley,
okay?
Lady Bexley doesn't look phased at all. In fact, she's gone and poured herself a martini.
No change there.
He's
then.
getting into it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a sore thumb. I'm just going to stick my thumb in my mouth. Sort of suck on it.
Oh yeah, I've just got a sore thumb, which you made.
Well, just trying something to see if it worked. I don't know whether it worked or not, but there you go.
Hello, kitty.
Oh, the bear. Who's the big boy?
Okay.
So, by the way, Artemis, from your reading, didn't really get anything. What you did get is the one bit that you could find out about the order. The language was, it was like one of the areas where the language was the least plain, if that makes sense. And one thing you did get was the sort of highest rank of the order seems to be a word called, or someone called the Heart Keeper.
Okay. Which could be this diary. I don't know, maybe it's literally her fucking heart in a box. Who can tell in this world?
What, just like full Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, literally.
Basically Dave.
I will tell you, it's spelled H-A-R-T.
You would tell me that after I've already written it down, wouldn't you?
Sorry.
You did it on purpose.
Maybe. Because you would have seen it written down.
It's
Okay, I don't know what that is in...
spelled differently on the handout you gave me, Midge. It's spelled H-E-A-R-T.
I know.
Mm.
I literally don't know what that is then if it's not a... So... If it doesn't mean a heart, then it's just words to me now.
So,
Heart is a deer.
Ooh.
Mm.
Is another word.
you're
for
not
deer.
there!
Ooh.
I'm assuming she's watching my YouTube stream and has seen Red Moogle said that.
Fucking Red Moogle, why don't you play? Christ.
Don't give her ideas. She'll ask me to set her up on another stream.
Dick.
But so people at Bexley Hall, what would you like to do? Are we studying more? Is there conversations that want to be had? Because if not, let me know.
Borkford doesn't seem in a place where he's going to have much of a good conversation. I think he's kind of ready to just get drunk in a corner. Yeah.
A little sloshed.
Yeah. I think anything I ask Lady Bexley, she's going to be like, oh, you know, my husband didn't know.
I need to make a roll quickly. Oh, shit. Okay, so while the sibilance of nothing is happening, this is going to transpire very, very quickly, but what you essentially see is apparating out of nowhere is this giant hound in the center of the room with what's, you see it very quickly, but Lord Bexley in its mouth. This hound is this big pulsating blue. Anyone that's in Bexley Hall, what are you doing right now? There is this phantasmal beast in the center of the room.
Clearing line of fire between the machine gun and the...
Okay, so Borkvard hits the deck instantly, seeing this thing. Oh, I need you all to make a sanity check, by the way, as well.
Are we in the way of the gun?
Where were you in the room?
We're not in the room right now. I can't point to you.
Oh.
Okay, I will put
Sanity
you on
points.
the.
Oh.
What was it saying again?
Extreme sanity roll!
I kind of assumed that we would be like maybe at these sofas.
I would
Which
have set
ones?
off
The
in a
reading
corner
nook.
Okay,
Because-
so you're over there. You.
Yeah. The thing is here, and the gun
Well,
is.
the gun's
like
there.
that.
You are currently
Yeah.
not in the way, no. But so what are
I
you
guess
doing?
I'll probably like scream and stand up and like maybe try and reach for the gun. that I
Borkvard,
was
you take
given,
6
but
points of sanity
not
damage.
necessarily.
Oh, I think that's the biggest chunk I've taken as of...
Bobby, you take 2.
Oh.
Sheffield, you animal instincts kind of just shift in, and you go into sort of what's it called, fight or flight. But it's kind of it makes you kind of reason what's happening more. So you feel like that this phantasmal creature that has apparated out of nowhere with Lord Bexley in its mouth has not done anything. Lady Bexley is going to take a couple of shots at it.
Can I launch my dart at it that I'm holding on
You
to?
can throw the dart. Is this the same one that you stabbed yourself with?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Go
there's
ahead.
blood on it.
Go ahead and throw the
so
dart.
smart.
Where is my throw? Yeah.
No, that was the wrong dice.
Who wants to get hit by the dart?
What's
I mean-
what's the malfunction on a dart?
There isn't one.
drop
It's
it on your
twice,
foot?
I think.
Is there not one for throwing weapons? Isn't there might be? There's normally one listed for a weapon. Like
Don't
for the...
know.
I'll have a look.
It's not usually a weapon.
I
Well,
suppose.
it's still listed as one. Oh, I'll have a
I
look.
think it is still listed as one. That's why I ask. Lady
I'll have
Bexley takes a shot. She does hit the creature. It seems to sort of jolt. It drops Lord Bexley out of his mouth. Didn't look too hurt by that. Borkvar, because you had the direct line, because you hit the floor and you look towards the machine gun, you see Clifton swing it from his position, lift the gun up, lay it onto the balcony and on the banister of the staircase, and it's like at an angle, but he's like bracing it, ready to take fire at this creature that's in the room. Lord Bexley, he's got a challenge dice to reload. That is a 3. Before Clifton can even get his gun round and open fire, Lord Bexley has bolted the gun, aimed it up, and just shot through the jaw of this creature. It's gone up, and you just see this spray of acidic blood fly up and then come back down and hit the carpet. Lord Bexley rolls out the way, and this creature just slumps in the middle of the room.
That's 2 down.
You all
Right,
receive. Let me just.
Dart.
I might have rolled.
Dart.
Is there a dart on there?
There's a shuriken, which
There's a rock thrown. I don't know
Basically
that.
the same thing, right?
Yeah, well, it's a thrown sharp object, which is 100. So, but I can't find a dart for some reason.
Is there not
No.
one? Okay, with a throw fumble, you throw it and it kind of it whiffs a bit, and you throw it and it just gets stuck into one of the books.
Oh dear.
The closest thing I can find, Midge, is a shuriken, which is
Yeah.
100.
Okay.
Not quite the same, but
There's
Yeah.
a thrown rock, but then I'd have to roll strength to throw that.
there's a taser dart, but that's not quite the same thing.
Tase. Can you imagine trying to tase Cthulhu?
Pepper
Oh,
spray.
that's an interesting thought.
But I need to check sanity recovery because you guys have just
There's also a
killed.
war boomerang.
I feel like Tazen doesn't have the same effect as Taser. Thomas H. Swift,
Please give us some
electric
sanity
dart.
back.
I need it. No, my sanity's doing mostly fine.
Although it would have made for an interesting novel if Thomas A. Swift was hunting big game with electric darts. There's an elephant!
Oh my god, there's automatic firearms. Sanity is in 8.
I don't know. I don't feel off the top of my head if like you roll the dice again on like how much it took to initially see it.
Oh, so I could roll a d8 then.
I don't know.
Well, I had to roll a d8.
I think it's the normal amount, not like an extreme or whatever. Because I remember you rolled particularly well.
Or bad.
Okay,
depending on-
Bolgvard, you regain 3 points of sanity. Bobby, you regain 4, and Osmus,
Yeah, more than us.
you regain 1.
You'll need to unlock your phone.
Oh.
Go away, Siri.
Hallelujah.
I'm pretty sure you can gain more than you. It's like you roll the same dice, not like. I think there's a standard for seeing it.
Yeah.
Or
Why-
like,
I'm happy with my 3 points back. Thank you.
I'll have a look.
I'll take 4.
Yeah.
Why do I only get 1 back?
Because you made
Yeah.
your save, I think.
Oh,
Because
because
you
I
only took
didn't
one
lose
from
any.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. From it.
Um.
I see.
So yes. So yes, Bexley Hall, folks. You currently have a large dead dog in the room. Lord Bexley stands up, gripping his shoulder, and goes, "Clifton, would you mind getting the first aid kit, kindly? That would be grand, thank you." And he just goes over to the decanter where Bolgvard is now drinking heavily from, picks up pours himself another glass of whatever you were drinking, and downs it very quickly. Gives a sigh of relief.
Might it not behoove us to leave someone on the heavy weaponry?
That's yes, probably a good idea. Mr. Quirk, would you mind just going very swiftly and jumping on that machine gun for now?
Sure. What I can do. Do you know where the others are?
I haven't the foggiest. What's the time?
What is the time?
Late.
It's relatively late. You'd need to look at a clock.
I will look at a clock.
It says that it is 11:58.
If I check my pocket watch, does it still
Nearly
say it's
midnight.
11:58?
It's 2 minutes to midnight.
Bolgvard, for you, it says it's 9:05.
Yeah, I think it's 9:05.
What does my wristwatch say?
11:58.
I think your watch is wrong there, but
Could it have stopped when you...
Is it still
when-
ticking?
It's still ticking, and then Bexley looks at his own watch, remembering that he has it. My pocket watch says 10:30. What on earth has happened here?
I mean, I feel like you might be the expert on happenstance.
Have you had any rough what word I can't think of
Rough.
He arrived in the mouth of a beast.
Rough.
Could it have been that any sort of vigorous action could have caused the clockwork mechanism to
I
fail?
mean,
On 2 separate watches.
that
Well,
would...
you both
I
mean,
have been through
you-
something rather traumatic.
I just
You
went
did
for a
charge off
walk,
out the door.
It's a sane explanation.
It's an expensive watch. It should it's seen me through many a battlefields, and I never saw it lose time off of going for a run.
That's also a sane explanation. Clifton returns now and starts patching up Lord Bexley. Lady Bexley...
Can I assist?
You can if you would like to.
I have some
You
medical
can do the
knowledge.
roll then, and he'll give you an assistance die of 1d10, because he is also trained in first aid. Lady Bexley,
Well,
however,
I didn't
is
do
just
very well. Are
looking
you sure
over the creature. Well, roll a d10.
Unless
Not
she
that it's
rolls
gonna
like a
change.
38 on a d10,
Yeah, so
which would be impressive.
Oh my god.
You
No,
you
no.
manage to patch him up, but it doesn't restore any of his health.
okay.
you
Well,
just
he
get
was
his
pretty
wound
badly
dressed.
injured, so
You'd think
that
so.
kind of makes a lot of sense. He was in the mouth of a dog. I don't.
Yep,
That's
Yeah,
not good for you.
that'll
a
leave him- that'll leave him
large
mark.
blue dog. And now you look at it, he's pretty beaten up. You wouldn't say he's overly bad. He's not like Hartwell bad, but he's
I think me
relatively
and Hartwell are quite close health-wise.
Well, Lord Bexley only has a max HP of 10.
Ah.
But what he lacks in HP, he makes up in other stuff, shall we say.
Oh my.
Hey! Vigor. Yeah, Lady Bexley is
Icon.
looking over this creature. Borgvard, what are you doing? Still drinking?
This sobered me up pretty quick. Because this is the first I've seen of this nonsense. I'd like to just get a closer look at the beast. How big is it?
This beast...
Like, Penny is 90 pounds.
so
How big is this dog?
This creature
100.
is... So this creature is probably about 10 feet lengthways.
It's like a rhino.
Yeah, rhino size is probably a perfect explanation. But it's black and blue and dog-like. When it first popped into the room, its eyes were this phantasmal, great burning red, but now they have dimmed to just this deep maroon. There's like this. Now that you're getting close to it, there's like this thick layer of. It's like an oil, like almost like ambergris sort of material that's like this this greenish black ichor that's just caking the entire body. And it smells rancid.
Just normal fauna.
Well, no.
Which is a weird place, man.
I don't think so, Lord Borgvard.
Kick it with my foot a little bit.
You kick it.
Just push it with my foot, not like. boot
Okay,
it.
so as you touch this creature, Borgvard, you hear the words, repent, redeem.
I already did that. God damn it! I'm on step 2.
Okay. I want to turn to Leslie. Did you have any? Well, you came here with the creature. Was that because you intended to, or is this where the creature brought you?
That's a good question.
I believe I was brought here. 1 minute I was in the woods with the fellas, with the blokes, with the gang.
Lads on tour. Lads on tour.
Is he about to burn the song here?
And next thing I know, it bit me, and we're here. I'm guessing it tried to escape in some way, getting it relatively close to death's door and all.
And why would it have been if it tried to escape using its? I have no words other than
He's a bit drunk.
why would it end up here with you? Are you tied to this location?
Well, in the moments where everything kind of went black, I was just thinking of home. I'm guessing it tapped into that somehow.
Strange for it to take you to the place where you're strong.
Every time it attacked, I felt as though a slight bit of my life force kind of went with it. Maybe my thought processes did too. It's as far as I can explain of it. I guess I kind of hijacked the signal.
I see.
Where was it trying to go then?
If I knew that, old boy, I'd tell you.
I don't think you would.
Can we not right now? He says as he bleeds even more.
As his blood falls out.
Can I?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like a medicine roll doesn't. It's not really the same, is it?
That's more long-term care.
You're ill.
By the way, Clifton goes back over to you, Bobby, and says he can take back over on the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you'd like to do, Bobby?
Sweet. Me?
Mm.
I was while I was stood over on my own, I was toying with the idea of taking the gun apart again, but
you wouldn't have enough time, unfortunately, to take the gun apart. But you did manage to remove the magazine and have a look at the internal workings a little bit.
Yeah, I was just visually inspecting it.
Mm-hmm. No. You do so. Is there anything you want to do now, though?
Take something else apart.
Just gonna start just removing parts of the dog, like.
I was gonna say.
How does this work?
Apart the dog.
Now that's an autopsy. That's a bit different.
Hey, I have some.
That's not
biology.
a bad idea.
Can I do a biology check on the beast?
Can we do a necropsy?
You could try a necropsy if you wanted to. You can definitely do a biology check on the beast.
Oh, are you kidding me? I have.
This
points in
does
that.
not fit anything of this world. Remotely, it has the same shape and outline of a dog, but everything else about it is otherworldly.
Can I try?
Bobby?
Can I try see if my new power works? Maybe try my Cthulhu mythos. I'd like to just really think hard about what this.
So you just want to go with a Cthulhu mythos roll and try and work out what the creature is.
I want to focus myself on what this could be.
Okay.
Where it's from.
Let me just check something.
Mm-hmm.
I need. You're the one that does spells. Okay. Yeah, give me a Cthulhu mythos roll and a power roll, please.
Kitty.
I failed there.
Your knowledge of the arcane isn't, or Cthulhu-ness isn't quite prepared enough for what just happened, and even if you focus, you don't feel anything. But Borgvard, when he focuses, you just hear the voice of, "He can help."
What does the voice sound like?
Still,
familiar?
it sounds very familiar, but you don't know where from.
Looks around.
As in, you can't place the voice.
Rockford, are you okay?
I'm starting to think no.
You don't have any idea what happened to you
Sorry.
while you were away.
I've looked at the Insanity Bible, and then I came to in the woods about a 2-hour walk from here. And every once in a while I hear a voice in my head. Which is a little disturbing because that didn't used to happen.
What kind of voice?
Sometimes it says things to me.
Things you don't understand?
He can
Oh, no, it-
help.
Fred, what's it saying?
Well, it's in Norwegian, so I don't know if you'd understand.
He's got a point. It's in any language he understands.
But,
Well, he thinks it's in Norwegian.
It translates into...
Recover,
someone's-
repent, recede, redeem, recover, repent, recede, redeem.
I'm just like, what? Are you still standing?
It's just
I just stopped in mid-sentence. Like, it's just eyes looking around now. Like,
recover,
Artemis is like coming closer. She'll like take one of your hands.
redeem.
can I... One of my hands? Thank you, you ass.
Take your one hand.
Redeem.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just off I go with it. No.
Do I
I'll take
notice,
the hand.
Repent.
Do I notice? I already said I'm not sorry, for God's sakes!
And with that, you begin to remember. With that, you begin to remember. You remember this voice is the deer-headed figure. You remember that. You remember the room, and you remember the choices.
Does that room resemble the room I'm currently standing in?
It does not.
Does it resemble a room I've been in this house?
It does not.
I'm gonna turn to the backslide and be like, I'm just going to put this out there. He is really creepy looking when he's expressing emotion.
They kind of stop for a moment, and Lady Bexley thinks, "Oh God,
Have you ever seen him smile?
yes,
Oh,
I
Fred,
have.
I think you should sit down.
No,
I sit down.
Mr. Quirk, you would have seen him too. Our friend that gave you the gift. I think he caught up with Mr. Borgvard. Yes.
You
Does
saw the
anybody
figure
notice
again?
at this point that my eyes are back to normal?
I was gonna say something and then you interrupted with
Oh,
your
I'm sorry.
repentant
I'm
thing.
sorry.
I see.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I don't notice.
I. Your eyes, Borgvard, you can see again.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of liked my otherworldly senses, but I mean, it is nice to be able to walk around again without stumbling.
I mean, first you were seeing things that may not be there, now you're hearing things that may not be there.
I was seeing things that are most certainly were there, and I immediately got to look up towards the room where I saw the figure before. Do I see anything?
Nope. You just see the corner of the balcony, like, sort of thing.
I mean, I'm
Back
not
to
saying
the
it's a
back.
bad thing. I mean, what with everything that's gone
Just
on.
because I can't see it anymore doesn't mean I don't know it's there.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Borgvard, what are the voices saying? Because if you're hearing Maxwell, well, maybe you should listen.
Well, now that you mention it, he may have taken away my sight, but I am hearing some peculiar things right now. That seems kind of like a lateral move. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna listen real hard.
You hear the same chanting of those same
Like,
words.
it's just always there, like, in the back of my head.
Yes, with intermittent of his voice talking over it, going, "The gifted one can help. the gifted one can help. So it's kind of becoming this kind of ominous chorus of all of this overlapping, spiraling and enthralling you the more you listen.
Now that I listen a little harder, the voices are starting to get a little loud. Start going up in volume. He's saying, oh god, he's saying
Artemis
that.
is gonna back away.
Okay.
The gifted one can help now. You want to help it? You want get? Come on! I can't do it all.
Mr. Quirk.
I'm just the messenger here.
Mr. Quirk, I think that means you.
Oh. Okay. How can I help?
I haven't gotten that much, but maybe just try to put your weird hand on the beast.
I'd rather not, given that it melts things. How about?
I'm just gonna like look or like up and see and be like, I
Bobby,
tried.
Bobby, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Can I walk over to Borkward and put my hand on his shoulder?
Slap him with the
Does
hand.
my eyesight
Give
return
me
back
a
to my other
power
releasing?
roll. Give me a power roll, Bobby.
Nope.
Okay. Nothing happens, but Borgvard, you do feel that his hand is very warm, warmer than you'd expect it to be. You remember that warmth from similar to the fireplace, and similar to the feeling before you lost your eyesight.
If I look at the hand, does it look weird?
The hand looks fine, but bar the fact that it's got a sigil within the burns. And the fact that
Grab
it's...
his hand and put it on the beast.
You're nowhere near the beast.
You're not near the
is
beast
in the
currently.
center of
I'm
this
lunging.
room.
Lunging.
You...
No.
It's not a
You're
hand.
here.
in a
Yeah, you're
jar.
by the
It's
bar.
like 10 meters.
It's a hell of a.
Okay. You both just hit the floor. You use your weight.
That's not working.
Give
Can
me.
I not react to that?
You can try to react to that. Yeah, give me a
We
strength
fell
roll.
down. They didn't go anywhere.
Give me a strength roll.
Straight jackets were a thing in this time period.
Nice
Oh, God, yeah.
instead.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay, no, you both just hit the floor. But give me another power roll, Bobby.
Okay. I'll succeed eventually, maybe.
Well, hold on. Okay, not quite yet. Bobby, you're getting the feeling that there is something resisting within Borgvard, but you feel like there is something there to do, if that makes sense. You're getting a reading from your
There's nothing here
gift,
for anybody to do.
but
I've got a wife back in Norway.
there's none of the characters know that.
No, they do, it's fine.
But you feel like there is
You
something.
are flirting with someone's mother.
You,
I didn't go anywhere. Shoot.
you feel like there is something arcane
Get up and-
within him.
For the 8th time today, dust myself off and rearrange my suit. I trip.
Okay.
Artemis, what are you doing right now?
Looking with absolute confusion on the mess that is unfolded. Like, I tried to help, he started yelling, like, Bobby's involved, he just threw them both on the floor. I'm like, I can't really help right now, I'm just sort of watching, I'm assessing the situation.
I'm going to whisper so that nobody else can hear. I repent.
Okay. Bobby, give me another power roll.
Another power.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna end it with this anyway. So, trying to get here. Borgvard, I am giving you another card. I'm removing the other one from your inventory. Removing the other two from your inventory. But as Bobby touches Borgvard from the collapse in the thing, and Borgvard finally says the words he repents.
I didn't hear that to myself.
Did I hear it? I'm right next to him. Can I
Give
do
me a
listen
listen roll.
I probably won't.
No, you didn't. You see Bobby's hand begin to glow, a bright red, and within that, there seems the glow then sort of moves into Borgvard's body, and then you see this light go up. You can see it. It's so bright that it's like shining through his clothing, and it goes up through his body, up his neck, until it hits his eyes, and then his eyes glow red and then return to normal. So we will leave it here with a strange happening between Borgvard and Bobby, a creature within the room, and a hunt going rather unexpectedly. See you next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.